Well, that's it for Tina and I right now. Gary and Melissa are going to join you for another hour, and then we'll be back here from the Kentucky Derby Museum as we continue right here. 14 hours of coverage all day long.
A rest home for thoroughbreds? Why? Has one woman's crusade changed the face of racing? Who is she anyway? Melissa Swan shows you what happens to some racehorses after the finish line. Monday at 11 on WHAS 11.
Do these women have what it takes to look like Cosmo cover girls? You're going to be made over. Wait till you see their Cosmo makeovers. And for spring training, Rosie's making low-fat snacks next Oprah.
Monday at 4 on WHAS 11.
What makes a Dairy Queen Mother's Day or graduation frozen cake so special? Lots and lots of delicious Dairy Queen chocolate and vanilla soft serve. And a layer of chocolate fudge and chocolate crunch. But the icing on the cake is you can get it decorated our way or your way. Dairy Queen graduation cakes and Mother's Day cakes. Very special cakes for very special people. We treat you right. Dairy Queen.
Well, the battery's good, and starter's brand new, so I figure it's got to be the alternator, right? I go into the AutoZone, get a new one. Well, this guy says, well, let's check the old one first. No sense buying something you may not need. Well, turns out it's a voltage regulator. I tell you, I could have spent a lot of time swapping out parts till I got it right. But with AutoZone, piece of cake.
There's the hard way to close a food bag. Or the hefty way with new Hefty One Zip. Only Hefty One Zip bags have the amazing One Zip slider. Easy to close, first time, every time. So tight you can even zip and flip. New Hefty One Zip. There's the hard way. Or the hefty way.
Some credit cards say they'll help you buy a car someday. This one earns you free gasoline and groceries. Some lure you with tickets to Bora Bora. This one earns you free oil changes. Some suggest you'll get a big credit every year. You can spend these rebates right away. Get the new Performance Visa card at Super America and Valvoline Instant Oil Change with an 8.9 intro APR and no annual fee. The one Visa card with free stuff you really need. Free stuff you'll really get.
And welcome back to WHAS's long coverage of Derby 121. We'll be going throughout the day. Now to Gary and Melissa.
All right, thank you very much, Kenny. A couple of people with an entry in the WHAS TV stakes just walked by and yelled at me. Gary, which hat did she choose?
The crowd is still picking up, people still coming into the Downs. We are approaching the third race here on Derby Day, Derby 120. You can see the people in the infield right now, and they are literally shoulder to shoulder there.
They're all walking. Where are they going?
I think they're milling around. It's mingling. It's a big party, and they're mingling. And, you know, a lot of people are here to see the people. I just saw Roger Clinton and his wife as I was walking back after taking a break, and they said hello, and I said hello, and we don't know the other one from Adam. We just say hello. And up on Millionaires Row today is Bob Sokoler with some other notables.
We're back here at the Turf Club, and you're not going to believe who we ran into. Big star of TV and of movies, John Goodman. John, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm a wealthy man in the sense that people with friends are wealthy.
Yes, but have you won today?
No, not yet. But I'm fixing to. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it back.
Now, all right. So we know Roseann is, you know, how much more popular can a show be with the movie career that you got?
Apparently, could be a little more popular lately.
Yeah. No, in Louisville, you're number one.
Okay.
You're number one in Louisville. But in terms of for your career, I see the beard. Is this for another movie coming up?
I'm doing back to do a little stage work in San Diego in a few weeks. So. If you do Shakespeare, you have to grow a beard. It's a state law.
It's the hiatus deal, obviously.
Yep.
Next year, back with Roseann?
Roseann for one more year, and then I think that'll do it.
That will be it, huh?
Yeah.
Other possible spin-off for you, your own show?
No, I'll just take it easy, maybe do a couple movies and really concentrate on some stage work again.
All right, well, Louisville loves you, John.
I love Louisville.
Take care of yourself.
Thanks a lot.
All right, from the Turf Club, I'm Bob Sokoler for Derby 121.
John Goodman, he's becoming a Derby regular. This is at least his second Derby, and he always gets up at the Derby Eve party and entertains the crowd with a few songs.
One of the good guys from ABC Television, one of our nice lead-ins for our 11 o'clock news. We like John Goodman a lot here at the news channel. Well, I'll tell you what, it's clouding over a little bit, but it's still almost perfect weather. Let's go to Chuck Taylor. Chuck, what's the meaning of these high, thin clouds?
Well, they are indeed high, thin clouds. They are not rain clouds. You know, I've been checking here, and the track is listed as fast. Of course, last year, for both the Oaks and the Derby, we had a sloppy track. That's because we had a lot of rain on Derby Day last year, but we don't have to worry about the rain. We have the high, thin clouds. The closest rain to us, incidentally, is down in parts of Arkansas, Texas, and Oklahoma, and the earliest that rain could reach us is late on Sunday. So right now we have high, thin clouds. Our current temperature is 65 degrees. The humidity is 54%. Winds have been all over the place. Right now they're out of the east at about 5 miles an hour. So for the balance of the afternoon, we'll call it kind of hazy sunshine, partial sunshine, and our high temperature will be around 74. You know, one good thing with these high, thin clouds around here, Gary and Melissa, is the fact that you really don't get that glare that you do on a bright, sunny day.
That would cause us to squint. High, thin clouds. You just started picking up the lingo after hanging around with Chuck for 11 years.
You know it. Before long, you'll be betting on Thunder Gulf.
We'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay with us.
News Channel, WHAS 11.
Thank you for watching Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11.
A News Channel special. Our cameras record every second of Derby 121. So many angles, so many stories. If you think you've seen it all, think again. Derby 121, more than 24 hours. Sunday at 8 on WHAS 11.
Your best ever vacation is not far away. Call 1-800-225-TRIP for your free Kentucky vacation guide. Kentucky, it's what you've been looking for.
Dennis, you're just a little bit too tight, man. You need to loosen up, man. Be provocative. Don't be so conservative. Shake things up. Be shocking. Let your hair down.
Please, lay out the hair, okay?
Over the top, man. Be an individual. So what do you want me to do? Well, you can start by eating your pizza the wrong way. Crust first.
That's weird, man. That's too weird.
Introducing stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. With a ring of cheese baked into a totally new, thinner crust, you'll want to eat it the wrong way. Crust first. Let's turn it around.
Well, Dave, you crazy, man. You crazy.
Large, just $9.99.
Kay Jewelers presents a Mother's Day shopping tip from Cindy Crawford.
Mom, when we were little, I hope you know that we didn't pick out your Mother's Day gift.
Of course, Cindy. I didn't think you'd pick out toasters and can openers.
I know. I always thought they were way too practical.
At least you all remembered.
This won't toast anything, but I bought it at Kay Jewelers. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Mother's Day is May 14th, so make it a day she'll remember forever with a gift of gorgeous diamond jewelry from Kay Jewelers.
Let Kay Jewelers make you and Mom a little more beautiful, too.
Earl, you Cub Cadets are here. Nice tractor. Yep. When you think of tractors, you think Cub Cadet.
Just tractors? Oh, yeah. All shaft drive. And riding mowers.
And mulching mowers. Chipper shredders. Commercial mowers. Tillers. Edgers. Cub Cadet edgers.
Thought you said they just made tractors.
Well, Earl,
There's a little tractor in every Cub Cadet we make.
Hey, Randy, what's new?
Watch out, boy, it'll talk your ear off.
During the Dodge National Best Buy sale, we've made Dodge Intrepid an even better buy thanks to Intrepid's biggest incentives ever. Like up to $1,897 off, including up to $1,500 cash towards your down payment. Or select 4.9 financing instead of cash savings. So buy now, and Dodge Intrepid, the car that changed everything, can substantially change your bottom line. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
We have just had the call to the post for the WHAS TV Stakes, the next race on the card here on Derby Day, a very important race to all of us, of course.
It's the first real race of significance here in the Midwest for 2-year-olds. These are the babies that are just coming out, so many of the horses in the race coming up will be first or second or third time starters.
And later on in the Derby, horse a lot of people will be watching is Afternoon Delight. Now, of course, Kentucky's governor, there you see the horses coming onto the track for the WHAS TV Stakes.
So the owners of the company have to give the trophy to me.
That's your dream.
That's my dream. I don't know. Let's go to Bob Sokoler, the co-host of Louisville Tonight Live. Bob?
So you have Niles with what he thinks is an edge, Gorgeous and Good, a filly, and a trainer like Jim with Great Southern. They are two horses and trainers to keep an eye on in this next race. I'm Bob Sokoler for Derby 121.
Thank you very much, Bob. We're looking at the rundown for the WHAS TV Stakes, and the interesting thing about it is these horses really have no past performance. It's going to be interesting to watch. Let's go to Cawood Ledford. He'll give us the rundown of the race, and 2-year-olds, a big question mark.
We're coming up to the first of 5 stakes races leading up to the Kentucky Derby, and this is the 10th running of the WHAS 11 stakes. These are for 2-year-olds, the babies. They'll be going 5 furlongs, 5/8 of a mile, so it's an 1/8 of a mile longer than a half mile, so it is a short race, and these are contentious 2-year-olds just really beginning their 2-year-old racing season. Number 8, Tequila Tex, is a long shot, 40-1. She also trains this horse. Number 9 is Western Dreamer at 6-1, moving in very well for very young horses. So let's go to Paul Rogers for the call of the WHAS 11 Stakes, the 10th running of this race.
Now they're going in mostly smooth order. I see got it together a little jumpy in the back, waiting to go in, and now here comes number 8, Tequila Tex in the pink. Now they get him in okay. We have Diane Crump riding Tequila Tex. She is training and riding. She was the first woman to ride at the Kentucky Derby 25 years ago. The last one, if we can get him in, he backs away, now takes a few steps in, backs away again, and now goes in, and we're ready. And they're off. And Great Southern did get a quick break. So does Gorgeous and Good from the inside. O'Greta, who's got the lead and trying to challenge on the outside, is Western Dreamer. And now Western Dreamer comes on and goes by, and it's going to be Western Dreamer to take the WHAS Stakes over Rosie O'Greta. And it was Great Southern who managed to get third after kind of a back-and-forth race. Got a good start, dropped back, and then closed respectively to be third in the race. The time is 57 3/5 seconds in the WHAS 11 Stakes.
Western Dreamer, the unofficial winner of the WHAS 11 Stakes.
Well, my twins were born almost 13 years ago. They were 1.5 and 2 pounds, and they weren't sure that they were going to live.
A lot of the services provided through the crusade gave the twins a chance to survive and to progress.
They've become very normal teenagers.
Rebecca and Sarah easily, and we're almost 13. I go hiking, swimming.
Crusade gave me my girls. I don't know that they would have been around.
That's one small step for man.
Imagine up to 350 channels delivered right to your television. All the best movies, sports, radio, and entertainment. The full view satellite TV system. It's one giant leap in home television. Get free home installation. Call 1-800-778-4900 for a dealer near you.
Chi-Chi's presents The Legend of El Grande, a dinner of grand proportions, featuring the magnificent El Grande Burro, delicious nachos grande, and our famous fried ice cream. Chi-Chi's El Grande dinner, just $7.99, with a deal this daring. The legend lives on.
Chi-Chi's, a celebration of food.
When I got my Saturn, I noticed Dr. Cuervo also had one. I asked her why she got hers, and she said, well, it just made sense. And then I noticed Dr. Kwiatkowski had one. It turns out her sister recommended it. And then I saw Dr. Wong had one. So I said, come on, how many doctors are driving these things? You've got 4 opinions right here. Why did I buy the car? I was attracted to its safety features. Ask your doctor.
From New York, Tokyo, and Bowling Green, they come to teach, to learn, to find new hope, at the Kenton D. Leatherman Spine Center of Norton and Corsair Children's Hospitals. In Louisville, a team of specialists have developed revolutionary techniques for treating spinal disorders and injuries that help many patients regain a normal, healthy lifestyle. Ask your physician or call the Leatherman Spine Center, part of Alliant Health System, working to put better health care in everyone's future.
Stephen Wright, May 12th at the Palace Theater.
And welcome back to Churchill Downs, everyone, where we have just seen the third running of the third race here at Churchill Downs. You can see people there in the infield. Derby 1995 working our way up. We have just seen the WHAS TV Stakes.
Well, Kenny Rice is in the winner's circle now, and we go to him, and we'll see if he's got the winning jockey.
Kenny?
Thanks very much. We're waiting now to see if Craig Perrette can make his way over here. Perrette, of course, later on will be riding Jambalaya Jazz today in the Derby, except that some Derby contenders are already getting used to being in the winner's circle this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Kenny. You know, back over here at the first turn, we have a great view of those Twin Spires up there. Today is the 100th birthday of the Twin Spires, May 6th. And a lot of people have been celebrating that and thinking about how famous those spires are and how synonymous they are with the Kentucky Derby, of course, and with Louisville as well.
Well, the Twin Spires sort of cover Millionaire's Row, and that's where we find Kirby Adams at this hour. Kirby?
Okay, come close to the television set right now. Look who's with us, Gary Collins and Marianne Mobley. Hello. Welcome back. I'm so glad to be back, and I love your hat. Thank you so much. You and I always have hats that hit each other. I know.
Pansies?
They are pansies. Yes, they are. Now, this is what year for you here at the Derby?
10th straight.
What is it about the Kentucky Derby that keeps bringing you back?
Well, you know, first of all, I think it's the beautiful countryside, the people, the horses, the tradition. I mean, where else do you have the ladies all dressed up in their hats and everyone looks so handsome, and Mary Lou dresses us up, and then Gary has his jockey tie. But we love it. And I want to say something.
Say jockey shorts.
You're what?
I thought you would say jockey shorts.
Oh, we're not going to take him anywhere. We're not going to do an interview with him ever again, are we? No, we're just going to sit him down and prop him up. No, I really mean it quite sincerely.
I hope I brought them.
Oh, he's sad. You are having fun today, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I feel like a redwood with you two.
Last year we were bumping hats on you. This year you're just really tall. Well, what are you working on now? What's up in your life?
Well, we're putting together another home show.
Right.
And then we're doing a little real estate development in Alabama on the beach. And we also have a direct response company. And we bring products to television. There's one out now. You may have seen it. It's called Hairdini. It's a little styling one.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's been out for about a year, and it's doing real well, and we're partnered in that, yeah.
Well, we're always happy to have you here in Louisville. Anytime. It doesn't have to be the Derby.
Okay, all right. We're glad to be here. And I wanted to say something before my husband was being so inordinately funny. The people make you feel as though... the people make you feel so welcome. It's lovely to come back because it's like you're visiting with friends.
Great. And from Millionaire's Row, I'm Kirby Adams for Derby 121.
All right, Kirby, and we have more this afternoon about one of the California Invaders' Afternoon Delights.
Afternoon Delights. Richard Mandela is the trainer, and earlier Cawood Ledford talked to him about that Derby hopeful.
Richard Mandela trains Afternoon Delights, a horse who was undefeated, Dick, until the Santa Anita Derby. How's he coming up to the Kentucky Derby?
Doing great. He's done some spectacular things in his life.
The horse, of course, is owned by Burt Bacharach, a nationally known personality. He's really into the racing game. You brought one here for him last year with a very fine horse called Afternoon Delights, owned by musician Burt Bacharach. For Derby 121, this is Cawood Ledford.
Thanks, Cawood. Wide interest in this race, not only in this country. Huge amount of Japanese press here, huge amount of British press here, looking at their horses, Jumron and others.
Yeah. Let's go now to Roseann Rogers, who's talking to people here at the Downs today. Well, as we all know, the Derby attracts lots of different people, but it also attracts media from around the world. There happens to be a crew from Japan who's here. James, how are you doing?
Very good.
Tell us where you're from.
Yes, we came from Japan. Like, we brought in, very, very big stuff from Japan.
Oh!
It's the top two of from Japan.
Wow.
This is the biggest man from Japan.
Little town.
Yeah, you guys are big stars, I hear.
Yeah.
You're a sports announcer and you're a commentator. Yeah. So what do they think of your first Derby so far?
Yes. どうですか、ケンタッキーダービーは。
あなたが美しすぎるから今わけがわからないんです。
Oh, you are too beautiful. I didn't look at it yet.
Well, thank you very much for the compliment. So what are you all doing here? You're doing a Derby special, is that it?
Yes, we're doing a Derby special.
And when is this going to air in Japan?
In Japan. Yeah. Because two big stars coming here to introducing to the Kentucky Derby. That's like big things to do.
It is. This is the first time, right?
Yes. 最初に初めて来られた。
Wow. Now, I understand he's been getting a lot of kisses from American women. You had to wipe off some lipstick off, didn't you?
Please, new kiss mark.
He wants to be... Oh, it's red. Okay.
No.
There you go. It's nice and big.
Thank you.
I hope you're not married. You're not married, are you? If you're married, we're going to be in big trouble.
He got a little problem with
so ask me what they're betting on. Do you have any tips for betting?
あなた何をかけたいですか？
もちろん、スキーキャプテン。
Oh, ski captain.
Okay. Listen, you all have a great Derby.
Yeah.
Good luck to you all.
Yeah.
In the paddock. Yeah, good to see you. Nice to meet you. In the paddock area, I'm Louisville's nice Roseann Rogers for Derby 121.
All in the name of
Roseann.
In the name of international friendship, we would assume that guy's marked forever. He'll never get that lipstick off.
He'll never wash that cheek again. And think of the stories that they're going to take to Japan about the Derby.
We'll be back with more exclusive coverage just like that of Derby 121 when we continue in a moment.
I'm Rachel Platt.
I'm Barry Burnson.
And I'm Ken Schultz. Coming up Monday morning at 5:30, we're thinking about Derby 122.
No way.
A look back at the ups and downs of the Derby and the festival.
And Todd Ekloff has the very end of the story, the dark side of the backside.
And care to wager on whether the weather will stay nice for next week? I will bring you Kentuckiana's first, second, third.
All right, that's right. We get up early, folks. We start at 5:30.
No way.
You know, sometimes even the simplest things in life are real puzzling. Even a Winston Pittman. Now, what more could you possibly want than the 95 Dodge Neon, Motor Trend's Car of the Year? It's fast, tons of room, and more bells and whistles than a car twice its size. And starting at just $94.88, oh my! And no one's got a better selection than Winston Pittman. The 95 Dodge Neon at Winston Pittman's Cardinal Dodge, 5311 Dixie Highway, or give us a call at 449-1900. The answer to your puzzle. Cardinal Dodge, yes, sir.
Put a smile on your face with our great chicken taste. Fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's.
It's Hardee's new fresh and juicy fried chicken. Now marinated for more of that great Hardee's taste in every bite. For lunch, try 2 pieces, biscuit, and choice of a side for just $1.99.
So come on in and get it.
And for dinner, you can get 8 pieces of chicken and 4 biscuits for just $5.99.
Put a smile on your face with our great chicken taste. Fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's.
There's an energy in life, and it begins in our youth. That's why LG&E conducts programs that help children learn respect for the environment, teaches them safety, and shows them how to be responsible consumers of energy. Because making the most of our resources means a brighter future for all of us. LG&E, our energies go to serving you.
You've got a big weekend ahead, so get to Winn-Dixie. Save on a WD Select Lean Whole Boneless Pork Loin, only $1.88 a pound. Treat your Derby fans to a very special dessert made with sweet and juicy Harvest Fresh California strawberries. You'll find them for a super low 77 cents a pint at Winn-Dixie. And save on boneless, skinless fryer breast fillets, only $1.88 a pound. Happy Derby Day from Winn-Dixie, the low-price leader.
And welcome back to Churchill Downs in our day-long coverage. Derby Day 121 here at the Downs. We're getting closer to the run for the Roses race. Gary and Melissa?
Thank you, Kenny. The fourth race is coming up. That would be the Proffitt Mile. It's the same race as last year. They used to call it the Capital Holding Mile, but then they changed the name of the company to Proffitt. They changed the name of their tower to Proffitt, too. But it's still the old Capital Holding Mile coming up.
Proffitt Mile next. Of course, we are on a celebrity watch all day today. Let's go to Bob Sokoler and see who he's talking to now.
All right, back here at the Turf Club, and you're not going to believe, country fans, you may recognize this guy. It's George Strait. George, how are you?
Oh, excuse me.
It's all right. You just relaxing, enjoying the race?
I was trying to pick a winner.
Question for you. I know you got the box sets just came out, right?
Well, it's just coming out. It's
and
around
then
the fall.
You stopped touring, last week you stopped touring?
Yeah, we finished up in Vegas on Saturday, and we're going to be off until July, so.
All right, because a lot of fans want to know when you're going to be back on the road and when you're going to be visiting our area.
Well, let's see. We're going to be doing the fair out here, right, in August, I think. And, yeah, so we're not working a lot in July, so really August we start back touring a whole lot.
And I didn't know that you were a horse fan, but obviously you're here, you're enjoying the Derby.
Yeah, I love to come to the Derby. I've been coming out here, I guess, 5 or 6 years now, so I don't, I wouldn't miss it if I could help it. You got any tips for me?
Yeah, but I can't tell you on camera. After we're off the air, all right?
All right.
All right, George. Take care of yourself. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I hope you got winners.
Yeah, me too.
All righty. I'll share a couple of tips with them. Don't worry. All right, here on Millionaires Row, I'm Bob Sokoler for Derby 121.
Thank you very much, Bob Sokoler with George Strait, a country music singer who has a song with one of the most memorable lines of any country music song I think I've ever heard. If all my exes lived in Texas, they do. That's why I live in Tennessee.
Right, and when forced to sing karaoke, I have been known to do that song. And it makes me appreciate George Strait and how well he sings it, that other song.
Funny line. Let's go to Gary Gupta now. He's in the paddock talking to the trainers.
Thank you, Melissa. We are down here in the paddock with Mike Orman, who's got a horse going off here. Mike, what's this horse?
Rabiadella.
I'm glad you had to say that. We do know the horse that's coming off in the Derby, Lake George. Your first Derby, Mike. How was this for you?
It's an unbelievable thrill.
Awe in Mike's voice when he talked about being here for his first Derby. For the trainers and the owners, this is the pinnacle of their business. When they arrive at Derby Day on this day and run in this race, there is no higher honor for the horse profession, and Mike seemed to reflect that.
Those for the trainers, the owners, the jockeys, a whole lot of people. This is a very important day. We'll be back with more coverage right after this.
You're watching Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11.
WHAS 11, ABC Sports, and Churchill Downs are proud to offer for the first time Derby Splendor 95. Kentucky Derby and Festival highlights on video. Start to finish fun, including ABC's broadcast of the 1995 Kentucky Derby. To order, send 1995 to Derby Splendor, Box 2588, Louisville, 40201. All profits go to the WHAS Crusade for Children.
Don't wait any longer. The hottest sale from America's hottest car company just got extended. The National Chrysler Plymouth Sale. Thousands of cars to clear. Special allocations. Get low 4.9% financing. The best trade-ins. Make your best deal and then get up to $1,500 cash back. So don't miss this. The National Chrysler Plymouth Sale. Only at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
With call forwarding from South Central Bell, you can send calls from your home phone to almost any phone, anywhere.
Hello? Betty? I'm sorry, there's no Betty.
Buy 10,000 shares. So now you don't have to miss that important call. Order and pay no connection charge. At South Central Bell, action speaks.
Honey, quick, look at this Taco Bell commercial.
Get to Taco Bell this Monday, May 8th from 1 to 4 p.m. for the Border Light celebration. Try any great-tasting Border Light taco or burrito free. You don't have to buy a thing.
Free Border Light tacos or burritos this Monday? Play that back.
And millions of people have enjoyed Border Lights already, so what are you waiting for?
That looks great. Go forward.
Bell this Monday, May 8th from 1 to 4 p.m. for the Border Light celebration. Try any great-tasting Border Light taco or burrito free.
We're out of here.
So come on down.
Problem. Your lawn equipment just doesn't seem to cut it anymore. Solution? Go to Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse. Lowe's has the biggest selection of mowers, fertilizers, and lawn care supplies. Everything you need to shape up your yard. And nobody beats our prices, guaranteed. Because if you ever find a lower price, Lowe's will match it and take off an extra 10%. So where do you go when things seem to be getting out of control? Lowe's. Because Lowe's knows lawns and gardens.
That are just a little bit cloudy at this hour, but the temperature is wonderful and very little light wind.
This is perfect weather, of course, for the people in the infield. They don't like too much sun. They certainly don't like the rain. Terry Miners is down there talking to them. Terry?
It's time for some good eating out here. There's a man over there selling moose burgers. Where's the moose meat from? Minnesota. Minnesota. Okay, you big liar. You're not selling moose burgers. Hang on. There are a lot of them stealing grocery carts today to get their supplies inside. This is Artie, who's in the military. Behave yourself.
Hey, I'm always behaving myself.
You know, you are one of our proud military guys. You still in the military, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well,
yeah.
You know, if your captain or somebody sees you today, you're in serious trouble, right?
Hey, I'm on my break.
All right, now you're wearing sandals, but you claim to be the toughest guy in the infield today, even though
one of them.
He's wearing sandals.
One of them. Not the toughest, but one of them.
I want to see how fast you can run toward the Twin Spires, okay?
Okay.
All right, there goes Artie in sandals, running for the Twin Spires. Go long, Artie! Go long, Artie! Go long, Artie! Keep going, Artie! Keep going, Artie! Keep going, Artie! Artie! There he is.
There you go, like
Look at Artie. Artie can catch the football. Not bad. Where's the guy in the suit? Well, we had a guy out here playing in the cell. Here he is. What's going on there, billionaire man?
How's it going?
What's your name?
Eric Hellowitz.
Eric, I heard you had your tickets from Millionaire's Row stripped away, so you decided to dress up and come down here.
Much better place.
Okay, bud. Eric, have a good time.
All right, man.
There's a guy named Artie over there who called you a sissy. I'll go take a swing at him, all right? For Derby 121th infield, I'm Terry Miners.
Oh, that's right. Millionaire's Row. No shoes, no service.
He was well dressed from the waist up.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to show you another one of the real hot Derby contenders at this hour. We're talking about Topaz Man. This is the horse that a lot of media folks ought to be putting their money on.
And there are quite a few people around here that other people are talking about. There's Boomer Esiason, former quarterback with the Cincinnati Bengals right there. I believe he's in the paddock. A lot of people who see him will be talking about that man today.
We'll be back with more Derby 121 in just a moment. Stay with us. No, you did good. You did good.
A racing injury could be the end of a horse's career, maybe their life. But today's new medical treatments can have a thoroughbred back on track in no time. And may one day even tell which horses are poised to race or prone to fall from the pack. Join Chuck Olmstead as he finds out what a racehorse can expect when he goes to the doctor. Watch High Tech Horse Repair beginning May 17th on Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11.
The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. The birds make music all the day. My old Kentucky home far away.
Shopping for your next car? Why not America's quality and value leader, Buick? Best in class, family car of the year, first for safety, solid American value. Buick, the new symbol for quality in America and in bluegrass country.
Over the next 60 years, Miss Schaefer's second grade class will learn a lot about life. Between them, they'll have 2 open heart surgeries, hundreds of trips to emergency rooms, a serious burn accident, and 1 bone marrow transplant. Together, these represent more medical specialties than any one hospital can possibly master, which could be a hard lesson for anyone to learn.
Kentuckians pay almost $300 a year more in taxes than our neighbors in Tennessee. We can change that. First, let's cut the property taxes on your car. Let's value it at what it's worth, not the highest retail price. Second, let's raise the standard deduction on the income tax by over $1,000. That'll mean more money in your pocket where it belongs, and less money for government to spend.
Paul Patton, making Kentucky work for us.
Welcome back to Derby 121, our daily-long coverage. The fourth race, the Dravidian Mile, is coming up in a moment. Of course, everybody waiting for the eighth race, the Kentucky Derby.
Kenny Rice is here now with the odds on the fourth race and the odds on the Derby. Kenny?
Thank you, Melissa. And the Dravidian, this is the first time today that we'll see the race on the turf. And they're actually coming off races at Keeneland. We take a look at the odds. Rapunzel runs number 1 right now. The second choice, and right behind them is Jumron, although Tejano Run is getting some play at this time. Pyramid Peak and Jambalaya Jazz. Ward trains them. They're at 16-1. Serena Song and Timber Country, they're at 7-2. Dazzling Falls, 25-1. Wild Sin, 14-1. Swap Prospect at 10-1. Looking at the rest of the field here, Eltish at 13-1. Jumron down from 10-1 to 5-1. Talkin' Man opened at 7-2, is at 4-1. Afternoon Delights at 10-1. Tejano Run now getting bet down even more at this time. He opened up as about a 12-1 shot. As you see there, he continues to move down. Thunder Gulch is at 25-1, and then looking at the field, all at 10-1. Nakadoon Lake George, In Character, Ski Captain Mekki, and Citadede right now. They're all in there at 10-1 as we get closer to the Derby, as we get ready for race number 4 that'll be coming up. It's the first time today we'll see a race on the turf here at Churchill Downs. Gary and Melissa?
Thank you very much, Kenny. Of course, the Churchill Downs betting pool, and they've been betting since yesterday during Kentucky Oaks Day, carried forward into today, and we are hooked into betting pools all around the country. So there's, within those odds, there's a lot of New York and California money and all over the country. There's some that run their own pools separately, but Churchill Downs is into a huge multi-million-dollar Derby pool, and so the odds around the country are now kind of being evened out and equalized.
You know, another woman here, I don't know if people bet on her, Erica Kane. She's here at the Derby today, and she's with our Kirby Adams.
Up on Millionaires Row with everyone's favorite soap star, Susan Lucci, also known as Erica Kane from All My Children. How many derbies is this for you?
This is the 4th derby I've been to. I love it here.
I know. You and your husband both come every time you can.
Every time we can, exactly, yes.
And you are the guest of whom?
We're the guests of Mrs. Whitney, of Mary Lou Whitney.
Okay. Now, last night, did you go by the Barnstable party? I heard sightings that you went by, but you left quickly.
We did. Well, we're Mary Lou's guests, and Mary Lou had other plans for us after the Barnstable party, but that was a beautiful party with that Babes in Toyland theme. Oh, it was just something out of a movie. It was beautiful.
Now, we always talk about the Emmys. How many times have you, now it hasn't been consecutive, but how many times have you been nominated?
I've been nominated for the 15th time for Best Actress this year.
And we'll find out the answer to that when?
May 19th.
All right, so what else is in the works for you? You have something coming up on QVC?
Yes, next weekend, Mother's Day weekend, I'll be celebrating my 4th anniversary on QVC with my line of hair care products, and we have something special planned. My daughter Liza is also going to be on the show.
Beautiful. I have seen her.
Thank you. I think she's a beautiful girl. And I'm also going to be starting another movie in June.
Busy woman.
Busy.
Enjoy yourself here at the Derby. Thank you so much. We'll see you next year.
Yes.
Up on Millionaires Row, I'm Kirby Adams for Derby 121.
All right, thank you very much, Kirby. We certainly hope Susan Lucci wins the Emmy this year. Go, Susan.
Although I think maybe she's getting more mileage out of it if she does.
We've got some huge celebrities here today. There he is, the former President of the United States, George Herbert Walker Bush, attending today as the guest, I believe, of Will Farish. Is that correct?
Will Farish, he's coming out to greet the crowd, wave, say hello to everyone up there on Millionaires Row. We will have an interview with the former president a bit later in our broadcast. Until then, this is live from Churchill Downs on Derby Day. Stay tuned.
A special Mother's Day week with Louisville Tonight Live's Thanks Mom Makeovers. See these incredible transformations. Tuesday at 7:30 on WHAS 11. A rest home for thoroughbreds? Why? Has one woman's crusade changed the face of racing? Who is she anyway? Melissa Swan shows you what happens to some racehorses after the finish line. Monday at 11 on WHAS 11.
From New York, Tokyo, and Bowling Green, they come to teach, to learn, to find new hope at the Kenton D. Leatherman Spine Center of Norton and Corsair Children's Hospitals. In Louisville, a team of specialists have developed revolutionary techniques for treating spinal disorders and injuries that help many patients regain a normal, healthy lifestyle. Ask your physician or call the Leatherman Spine Center, part of Alliant Health System, working to put better health care in everyone's future.
What makes you comfortable? Is it as simple as the twist of a thermostat? Or is it the peace of mind that comes with getting your money's worth? At LG&E, we know that it's both. And that's why you feel the benefits of one of the lowest energy costs in the country. A fact that brings more than a little comfort to a whole lot of people. LG&E, our energies go to serving you.
Put a smile on your face with our great chicken taste. Fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's.
It's Hardee's new fresh and juicy fried chicken. Now marinated for more of that great Hardee's taste in every bite. For lunch, try 2 pieces, biscuit, and choice of a side for just $1.99.
So come on in and get it.
And for dinner, you can get 8 pieces of chicken and 4 biscuits for just $5.99.
Put a smile on your face with our great chicken taste. Fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's.
I intend to, insofar as possible, to repeal the inheritance taxes in this state. But I intend to take the tax off these private pensions.
If Larry Forgy can cut taxes by just speaking his mind, imagine what he can do as governor.
Hi, everybody. Doug Proffitt back here with Gene West. We're at the Kentucky Derby Museum. And, you know, Gene, we ought to explain to people what they do here at the museum. This is an actual fundraiser.
This is a fundraiser for the museum, and there are hundreds of people here. There's a luncheon buffet, and they get to watch the horse show, the Kentucky Derby horse show.
And they bet inside at their own windows.
That's right. Well, now, we are continuing with our day-long coverage of the Kentucky Derby 121, and Dwayne Lucas has brought 3 horses to today's Run for the Roses. Cawood Ledford caught up with him and asked him about the pressure that he may be feeling.
It wouldn't seem like a Kentucky Derby anymore if Dwayne Lucas didn't have a horse at least in it. And we've heard, Wayne, so much about Team Lucas. You're running a team for the first time in this Kentucky Derby.
Right. Well, you know, it's such a tough race to win that we got to load up a little bit here. They say it's wide open, so I thought numbers might help us. Record, so he'll do fine.
Wayne Lucas is going to take a big-time shot at the Derby Roses, trying to win his second one. This is Cawood Ledford for Derby 121.
And we're going to go back to Cawood, who's going to give us a rundown of the horses in this 4th race. Cawood?
The Providian Mile is coming up here at Churchill Downs. Obviously, it's a mile, but this is a very popular pre-Derby race because this one is on the grass. So let's go to the Parade to the Post and take a look at these that will be representing separate interests all the way around. We're getting them all in very nicely as they move from the dirt after the Parade to the Post over to the starting gate on the turf. And let's go to, with a couple to go, Paul Rogers in the call of the Providian Mile.
Have a couple in from each section as they work from the inside and from the center and go out from each of those spots. The thread, a little jumpy back behind the gate. The Claiborne filly isn't real willing to go in. Gave a pretty good kick. That's ready to go in the Providian Mile. They're off. And Rabiadella gets a crisp break, but also along the inside, so does Rapunzel Run. Holds the lead and is going to have it all off the charge of several others. Bold Ruratana is gaining. It is Rapunzel Runs with Bold Ruratana, and Words of War is lying in third. Icy Warning is mounting a big run way out wide in the track. Bold Ruratana has the lead. Icy Warning gaining on the outside, but won't catch her. It's Bold Ruratana coming to the wire, and she wins it by about 3 lengths. Icy Warning second, and then 4 of them hit the line right together. Fred, Words of War, Bedroom Blues, and Rapunzel Run. The time is 1:34.
Thank you for watching Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11.
There were a lot of tractors out there, but there's only one. White Outdoor. You see, White only builds quality tractors and mowers. Your White people will help you find the perfect one for your needs. When somebody nobody helped me. Whitey was even assembled. And however, other mowers come with these simple instructions. To find your white dealer, call 1-800-945. White Outdoor. Incredible.
Say, on the turf track there, it's something else. It's like they're running the race in the middle of the countryside
It's beautiful.
somewhere. You know,
Really, it's different.
You
Very
wouldn't even know
different.
you're in the middle of the city here at Churchill Downs.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Sokoler.
And I'm Kirby Adams. This year, Derby Day won't end with the big race on WHAS 11. Why?
Why? Oh, we're going to tell you why. Because Louisville Tonight will present live from the Winner's Circle.
That's right. It's a 90-minute special Louisville Tonight Live, including the 9th and 10th races.
And the winning celebration at the German Museum, plus your chance to win Christmas tickets.
It's all on Live from the Winner's Circle on Louisville Tonight Live Saturday night at 6:30 on WHAS 11.
1988, the lotteries passed on the promise it will go to education and senior citizens. Instead, the politicians put the money in the general fund. Bob Babbage has a real plan to change that. Babbage is the only candidate for governor who'd put the lottery money in a separate fund to pay for college scholarships based on merit, 2 years of vocational training for any high school graduate, low-cost prescription drugs for seniors.
We made a promise when we passed the lottery. It's time to keep it.
Babbage, governor.
The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. The birds make music all the day. My old Kentucky home, far away.
Problem. The trees and shrubs you got someplace else don't seem to be flourishing. Solution? Go to Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse. Lowe's garden experts give you the heartiest goods from the best growers every day. Plus, nobody beats our prices, guaranteed. And our trees and shrubs will grow like gangbusters, or you'll get your money back. So, where can you get great plants and trees that'll definitely grow on you? Lowe's. Lowe's knows lawns and gardens.
Stephen Wright, May 12th at the Palace Theater.
And welcome back to our continuing coverage of Derby 121. It's WHAS 11. We're in our 4th hour of live coverage. What a beautiful day. Every beautiful picture that you've ever seen of Churchill Downs, it really looks like that out here today. We couldn't have asked for a better weather. If you can't be out here, tune in, stay tuned, keep your television in your car, out in your yard, or wherever.
In your car.
And just keep us tuned all day, because we've got lots of treats for you.
And we know what folks are doing at home because we've seen it for years. They gather around the TV sets and they have parties. They have the weird hats. They put stuff on their houses in southern Indiana, all across Louisville. To the normal parties, and she's with us now live. Hello, Ann.
Hi, Doug and Dean. We're over in Jeffersonville, and everybody is ready to party this year. Why? Because the weather's so great. Not stuffed in the garage like they were last year, right?
That's right.
We're with Don Pollard, and Don's about to get served up by Steve and Louie. What's on the menu today?
Well, we got some brats and some Italian sausage and some hot dogs.
Looking good. I know, Steve, that, Don, this is a tradition for you, your 4th year of having everybody come over, and I know that this year, look at the crowd in his backyard. 100 people show up. Hi, everybody. You have a lot of people come. Why do you do this every year? It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but we enjoy seeing our family and friends once a year.
We are going to get back behind the bar here with Bruce, who's mixing everything up. And what's on the menu today, Bruce? Looks like you're hard at it.
Oh, we got some strawberry margarita here.
And it looks like they're going fast.
Going fast. Just keeping me busy as can be.
That's the entertainment for you. Now, Don, I know that we're going to be coming back in about a half an hour to show what's going on inside. I don't know if this is legal or not, is it?
I think so. At least if they want to lock me up, they can come get me, I guess.
Don's putting his home computer to good use, and folks are placing their bets. So the TV's on, the computer's on, and people are having a good time. And we'll be back here in Jeffersonville in about a half an hour. Back to you guys at the track.
Okay.
I tell you, Ann, you know, you shouldn't disturb the bartender when he's trying to mix drinks. You know, it looks like the chow wagon out there. There's so many people.
I got to tell you, food looks good, too. Well, you know, when I first came here, everybody said, oh, Derby's a lot like Mardi Gras. Well, I tell you, if you want to see any part of this Derby that is like Mardi Gras, you would have to go outside the Downs, and that's where we find our Jeff Lifson.
G-Man's Barbecue. Actually, it's Gerald Ellis who's doing the barbecue back here. Gerald is the steam man. He's the one whose sinuses are going to be completely clear by the time the day's over with. Oh, look at that. May I?
Yes, please.
Look at this, folks. What's your secret recipe?
I'll never tell.
Well, the G-Man is a very quiet man. You gotta tell me what the recipe is.
Chinese secret.
Chinese?
Chinese.
We've had Ski Captain, the Japanese horser. We've got the Chinese G-Man. It's an international flavor here at the Downs. I'm Jeff Lifson for Derby 121.
Don't speak with your mouth full, Jeff.
Yeah, but he gained like 20 pounds just walking around and tasting everybody's food.
11.
This is it.
Here in the Outback, we play our own brand of football. Outback rules. No sidelines. No time limits. No telling which way the boomerang will bounce. Just the ultimate goal. Great steak. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
Who are you calling? Charlie. I promised I'd help him wallpaper. Oh, he doesn't need help. No answer. Let's play golf. See, he's through. Okay, all right. Get your clubs.
Wrapped up in what you're doing, let your phone call back the last person who called you with South Central Bell's call return, so you can take your time.
Hello, Charlie.
Order and pay no connection charge. At South Central Bell, action speaks.
Don't wait any longer. The sale of America's #1 selling minivans is now being extended. Get 4.9% financing or $1,000 cash back on Plymouth Voyager, Grand Voyager, and Chrysler Town & Country. Chrysler minivan owners get even more cash back. Add option packages and save up to $2,600. So don't miss this, the Chrysler Plymouth National Minivan Sale. Only at the minivan store at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Lunch, you lunkhead! Every day we hear the calls coming loud and true. We're thirsty macho lumberjacks headed for some food. We gotta stay clear-headed. We drink our beer unleaded. Give me a bush and egg.
Fully brewed for mountains of real beer taste. Non-alcohol Bush N.A.
Back in the trees, you ape, you ape, you ape.
And welcome back to our continuous coverage of Derby 121. It has been a beautiful afternoon here at Churchill Downs. The sun peeking through a little bit now, kind of warming things up even a little bit more.
We've been telling you about all the crazies in the infield, a lot of people having a lot of fun, and so is our Terry Miners.
Hey, we know there are movie stars over there, a former president, all sorts of big industry leaders, but that doesn't matter because everybody out here in the infield is looking for Cato, the Cato dude, and we're having our Cato look-alike contest this afternoon. Cato #1, are you enjoying the Derby? I don't understand, Judge Ito, sir. Cato, have you won any money today? I forget, dude. Cato, is this your first Derby? Can you read the question, dude? They're all perfect Catos. Okay, Cato. We're going to have to vote. Cato #1, Cato #2, Cato #3. Here's our panel here. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be, judges? #1. There he is. Cato Kalin. Here's our winner, Cato Kalin. Cato, your grand prize is we're giving you a local viaduct of your choice to live under, since you don't have a house to live in, all right? I don't understand. He's Cato. For Derby 121, I'm Terry Miners. Okay, dude.
Well, here's the Cato who had the most to say.
I got to tell you.
Well, I'll tell you what, our coverage is going to roll right along here in just a couple of minutes. He's the horse with the great name. We're going to show you one of his races in just a few moments.
I'm Rachel Platt.
I'm Barry Burnson. And I'm Ken Schultz.
Coming up Monday morning at 5:30, we're thinking about Derby 122.
No way.
A look back at the ups and downs of the Derby and the festival.
And Todd Eckloff has the very end of the story, the dark side of the backside.
And care to wager on whether the weather will stay nice for next week? I will bring you Kentuckiana's first, second, third.
All right, that's right. We get up early, folks. We start at 5:30.
No way.
I had Frankie Malone on 24-hour surveillance. But all I could see was roasted turkey on Russian rye with a smooth layer of Miracle Whip. Trouble was, the only thing in sight was mayo, but it had no kick.
You happy now, Holiday?
Yeah. Now I had a sandwich that'd make a grown man weep, which is what I wanted to do to Malone. With a third less fat than mayo and a tangy zip, nothing makes a sandwich like Miracle Whip.
Hey, she looks familiar.
It's Annie.
What?
Crunchy thin crust will make you go wow. Gotta be Domino. Crunchy thin crust.
Get a large crunchy thin crust pizza with up to 3 of your favorite toppings for only $9.99. That's a large thin crust for $9.99. And don't forget to add buffalo wings for just $3.99.
Over the next 60 years, Miss Schaefer's second-grade class will learn a lot about life. Between them, they'll have 2 open-heart surgeries, hundreds of trips to emergency rooms, a serious burn accident, and 1 bone marrow transplant. Together, these represent more medical specialties than any one hospital can possibly master, which could be a hard lesson for anyone to learn.
Liberty National Bank is proud to support groups like Habitat for Humanity. A program that gives families more than a place to live. It gives them a place to call home.
Here it is, Daddy. Fred McWilliams, 207 Russell Street. That's our house.
At Liberty, we've always been here for our community, and that will never change.
Continuing our coverage, Derby 121. Look at all the folks. A beautiful turf track. Look at that.
Up here on the 4th floor, the arrival just now of former President George Bush. He's making his way through the crowd. You can see him through here. Secret Service all around. Security obviously very tight. We're going to try to get a word with him as he's coming through here. And in fact, let's try walking up to him. If Secret Service will allow us, is that okay, gentlemen? Again, just arriving here on the 4th floor just seconds ago, and as you can imagine, hundreds of people just trying to get around him just to say hi to him. Old friends. Mr. Bush, Bob Sokoler.
Hi, how are you?
With WHAS. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. Just fine, thanks.
This is your first Derby here?
No.
You've been here before?
Yeah, several times.
And have you got a horse that you're hopefully
going
for?
I'm not telling because I'm so sure I'm right. I don't want the odds to go plummeting down. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Anyway, I'm very happy to be back at this wonderful event.
Well, glad to see you here, sir.
Thank you very much. Nice to be
Former President George Bush just arriving here at Churchill Downs. We'll try to get more with him a little later on. Right now, I'm Bob Sokoler for Derby 121.
Well, he's a man that doesn't mince words.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. And it was good getting through the security because
good job, Bob.
Those guys are like a wall of suits when the president, vice president, and any candidate comes. So they're pretty hard to get to.
Do you think, Gene, that possibly some people out there are now complaining about how hot it's
Chuck Taylor is going to give us a Derby forecast update. Chuck, you wouldn't stand for anybody complaining now, would you?
No, I wouldn't. I'd be very upset after last year, I'll tell you. But, you know, a little while ago, some folks were complaining because we had that overcast condition, but now in just the past 15 or 20 minutes, those high, thin clouds have thinned out, and now we're seeing plenty of sunshine, and I think there may be a few complaints coming in about the temperature because it is going to be rising. Well, let me tell you what's going on right now. Here at the Downs and at the airport, the temperature is 68. The humidity is 46%. Winds have been variable all day long. Now the wind is absolutely calm. So our forecast for this afternoon, for this Derby afternoon, is for partly sunny skies with very light winds and a high temperature of 74. And at post time, we will have those partly sunny skies. Our temperature will be around 74, and we're just going to have to guess at the wind because it's been all over the place, but we're guessing right now at a southwest wind at about 6 miles an hour, and we will have a fast track. So I'm certainly not going to complain about this weather. And Gene and Doug, I think you'll be happy with temperatures in the 70s and the sun.
Oh, how many years has it been, Chuck, since we had some great weather?
Chuck says people have been very nice to him around here this year.
I'm sure there are. I'm sure they are. We'll be right back with our coverage. We've been here all day. We're going to be with you here even more, a couple of hours. Our continuing coverage of Derby 121 goes on with WHAS 11. Pictures from the infield. Those folks are getting warm and wild. Shirts coming off, the whole 9 yards. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. You're watching Kentuckiana's news channel, WHAS 11.
WHAS 11, ABC Sports, and Churchill Downs are proud to offer for the first time Derby Splendor 95. Kentucky Derby and Festival highlights on video. Start to finish fun, including ABC's broadcast of the 1995 Kentucky Derby. To order, send 1995 to Derby Splendor, Box 2588, Louisville, 40201. All profits go to the WHAS Crusade for Children.
Dennis, you're just a little bit too tight, man. You need to loosen up. Be provocative. Shocking. So what do you want me to do? Start by eating your pizza the wrong way. Crust first.
New Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza. Cheese baked into a new crust. You'll want to eat it crust first. Large, just $9.99.
What's one number you need to know to deal with life's little emergencies?
Hello, Pizza Hut.
Starting now, there's one delivery number for all of Louisville, 203-5555. You'll love the stuff we're made of.
You've got a big weekend ahead, so get to Winn-Dixie. Save on a WD Select Lean Whole Boneless Pork Loin, only $1.88 a pound. Treat your Derby fans to a very special dessert made with sweet and juicy Harvest Fresh California strawberries. You'll find them for a super low 77 cents a pint at Winn-Dixie. And save on boneless, skinless fryer breast fillets, only $1.88 a pound. Happy Derby Day from Winn-Dixie, the low-price leader.
America has spoken. Buick LeSabre outsells all other full-size automobiles again. Family Car of the Year. Top Safe Car Achievement. Best Large Car Value. Buick, the new symbol for quality in America and in bluegrass country.
And welcome back to our continuous coverage of Derby Day 121.
You know, from TV talk shows to game shows to casinos and riverboats, Merv Griffin is a man who's done it all, and Kirby Adams, we understand, is with him on Millionaires Row.
Right now we're going to get some tips from the man, Merv Griffin. What were you just telling everybody?
I wasn't telling anybody. No, I was just getting ready for this third race.
You spent $10,000 on the third...
Pesos. I bet $12 on a little exact.
But I noticed that you were over here with this group of kids and you were giving them some good advice.
No, I was just showing them how horses run and how they win by a certain number of lengths. I would never give tips to the governor's children. They're here for lunch.
Now, last year, you looked smashing. Last year, you were wearing a lovely blue.
Last year I didn't look good?
No, last year you were wearing a lovely blue. This year, in red. Why?
Well, because I put on about 20 pounds.
I would never have guessed that.
Oh, yes, you would have.
No,
I heard you. You said, pull back on him, he's fatter. And pan back.
I would never say that about you.
I know you wouldn't. Anyway, so you're shaking the camera when you do that.
But you feel more vital, you were saying.
I am. I feel vital. I feel vital.
I must
I've had a lot of vittles, that's why I feel vital.
He's vital because he's had vittles.
Vittles, Jim.
What about the horse for the Derby race? Which one is going to win it?
I have my closest friend in the whole world. We suffered together. We were poor together. We couldn't get jobs, and that's Burt Bacharach, and he's got Afternoon Delights, and he has waited his whole life. So I'm strongly behind Afternoon Delights. Plus, I have his brother. I have yeah.
That's right. You are a horseman. Last year you said, Kirby, I can tell you don't know anything at all about horses. And you were right.
That's right. Because we were over at another track.
Well,
we couldn't find the Derby.
That's right. All right. Well, thank you so much. All right? I hope you win
I guess
big.
I hurt your job a little bit.
Anyway, for Derby 121, I'm Kirby Adams on Millionaires Row.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
Go, Merv and Kirby.
I bet he and Bert aren't suffering
Oh,
now.
yeah, the
Figure out
violin's
where
playing.
they were.
Well, you know, Gene, you can see the haze, the smoke on the skyline. It's from all those backyard barbecue grills outside right now. We can smell them all over the place, and Ann Doyle is tracking down the good old fun parties out there, Ann.
Well, Doug, we're still in Jeffersonville at Don Pollard's place, and we're inside the screened-in porch. You wouldn't believe what's going on here. You don't have to be at Churchill Downs today to be betting on these races. Dennis Piercy is here. Tell us how all this is working. You're taking some big bets today.
Well, basically all we use are just $2 bets, and people can only bet to win. And we keep the payoffs on the board up here, so...
It's a pretty nifty game for your computer, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Actually, a friend of ours who's a programmer made the program herself that they use at third party. She gave it to us and said we could use it over here at Don's. And as you can see, everybody enjoys it. It's really a lot of fun.
We got a long line here, people ready to put their money down.
Oh, everybody, like I said, everybody really enjoys it. A lot of the people come here, I think, basically for, we got great food here that Sherry and Don prepare for everybody. It's a lot of fun. It's just, like I said, $2 bets.
Sir, tell me your name and what you're putting your money on here.
I'm Don Pollard, Sr.
Oh, so you're the father of our host today?
Yes.
And which race are you putting money on?
Fifth race, I think.
Yeah.
Number 7 horse.
Okay, good luck to you. All right, and here's Amy. She has done very well, 2 out of 4 races today. Congratulations, Amy. Back to you guys at the track.
All right, Ann, thanks so much. And when they freeze up like that, Ann is really okay. She doesn't feel that.
That means the party's good.
That means the party's good, all those waves. Well, Barry's been finding the most interesting places to tell us about. He was at the prayer room earlier, and right now I understand he's in the jockey film too.
The main color of Derby Day, of course, is red. Red for the roses that are in the garland that the winning horse is going to wear. But these are the color of Derby Day and every other day here at Churchill Downs. These are the colors, as they're called in the business, or the silks that are worn by the jockeys on board all the horses that race here. Hundreds and hundreds of combinations of colors. And no, they're not really silk. Most of them are rayon or nylon. But it is an incredible array of color. And the man who takes care of it all, Larry Fowler, the color man here at the Downs. Larry, what is your responsibility here?
My responsibility is to make sure that the right colors get on the right horse for the owners, so like you say, the color man can see the horse running down the backside and can make the right calls.
So the announcer knows what horse is in front and so on.
That's right.
Okay. Up in the color room at Churchill Downs, I'm Barry Burnson for Derby 121.
Well, race 5 is coming up. That's the race with Go for Jen in it. We'll be showing you that coming right up on WHAS 11. Plus, we'll check it again with Terry Miners. Why not? He's the craziest guy in the infield. We'll hear from him. It's all. We come right back in just a couple of minutes.
Robbers at the supermarket. A teacher murdered in school. In Kentucky, fear of crime is going up, but sentences for violent criminals have gone down. Down to less than 9 years for murder, 3 years for dealing drugs. Not one death sentence carried out since 1962. Bob Babbage has a real plan to change that. Tough mandatory sentences, with no parole for violent criminals. Real enforcement of the death penalty. Read the Babbage plan yourself. Join the fight to change Kentucky.
Looks like a little White Castle, baby! And what could be better than, whoa, 2 cheers? Or how about 4? Hello, boys. Man, when you crave that one-of-a-kind steamed grilled steak, you just gotta have one. Or 6. Or 9. Whoa, snack me, baby! 10 White Castle burgers, sweet! Which now comes with this very cool, very hip typescript, Crave Clip, positively free. Come to Papa Baggy! White Castle, what you crave.
And now, some things to be happy about. Water sports. Getting your own room. The boss on vacation. Good hair days. The 4th of July. Talking about old boyfriends. And being part of one of America's fastest growing health plans. Now that's something to be happy about. Be happy. Be healthy. Humana.
To the designers of the new Dodge Stratus, performance isn't just how a car handles, but what it handles. So along with a rigid frame and modified double wishbone suspension for control, they also developed the biggest trunk in its class. So Stratus isn't just a great driver's car, it's a great packer's car. New Dodge Stratus. It's full of answers.
Your best ever vacation is not far away. Call 1-800-225-TRIP for your free Kentucky vacation guide. Kentucky, it's what you've been looking for.
We're back here with our continuing coverage of Derby 121. Doug Proffitt and I are here at in the courtyard of the Derby Museum, where folks are just having a good time. A mellow day, a wonderful day to be outside and in the sun. And
you know what I've noticed, Gene? Those dumpsters where they throw everybody's illegal stuff have been pretty quiet lately. I wonder if that means it's been a good day.
I don't know, either that or they're just not checking. No. There's the former President George Bush out having a good time, talking with spectators. He's out. He must be on one of the balconies out here on up in Millionaire's Row.
Gene was almost a record, 87,000. That was more than they had the year before. So
there we go. We're stripping down to the bikinis now. You can tell that it's hot outside. Those clothes are starting to come off. Boy, oh boy. Let's hope that that's where they stop.
And some people who aren't used to this bright sun yet, because we've lived here in Louisville through the dead of winter, and all of a sudden now we get in the Florida sun. You're going to have some roasted backs there later today.
And not only that we haven't had a really sunny Derby in many years, not since the end of the 80s. So, you know, folks really aren't used to dressing for this kind of weather for the Derby. Hello, hi, Mom. Got racing forms, and everybody's saying hello.
Oh, boy, I bet
your mom is proud here.
Wouldn't you be proud to see your son right there?
We'll be proud. Well, we're coming up on the fifth race. That's going to Cawood Ledford, who's going to give us a rundown of those horses. Cawood?
Who won last year's Kentucky Derby? If you said go for Jen, you're right. Well, historians have been doing research, and as we come up to the Churchill Downs, Go for Jen is in the field today. It's a 7-furlong race, and nobody can find any place in Derby history where a Kentucky Derby winner has returned the following year on Derby Day and run in a race. Well, Go for Jen is making history in that regard, at least here in this race coming up. It's the rider. Mike Tomorrow is the trainer. And then the 7-horse, the one we're waiting for, is Go for Jen. He won the Kentucky Derby last May. He has not won in 8 races since, so he's trying to break a long dry spell and becomes the first horse we think ever to come back on Derby Day the following year and run.
And Chimes Band will be the last one to move in. Track is fast officially, and it is indeed fast. The times have been pretty quick today. Ready to go in the Churchill Downs. Everyone's in, and they're off. And breaking for the lead from the middle of the track is Golden Gear from the outside. On with the Hero sprints toward the lead. Down toward the inside is Gold Seeker Bud. Third, Golden Gear is fourth. It is still Gold Seeker Bud holding on to the lead. Now Level Sands moved to the inside, but he's still holding second. Coming on the outside, on to the Hero third. Gold Seeker Bud leading as we come to the wire, and he's going to win it. It is Gold Seeker Bud takes it by 2.5 lengths. It was Level Sands in second. I think Go for Jen may have closed to get third over both Waldeboro and Golden Gear, and also onto the Hero.
Not going to be it for Go for Jen in this race. The Derby winner last year, as Cawood said, an historic move to return back and run this next following Derby Day. Never happened before.
That's right, and I think he may have unofficially come in third in this fifth race. Gold Seeker Bud again, the winner of the fifth race. Well, the crowds are just wonderful today out here. Terry Miners is down there amongst a lot of those folks. Let's see who he's found now.
Bigfoot! Bigfoot! You find everything in the infield. Look at those ducks on this guy right here.
He's a podiatrist.
These guys say there's nothing to do over in this corner of the infield because of one major problem. What is that, sir?
We have a malfunction in the third turn screen. We haven't figured it out yet. We think they need to plug it in.
The gigantic jumbo screen to watch everything is not available over here. It's not on today. For some reason or another, the lights have been turned out. This isn't like Times Square, apparently. Somebody didn't pay the electric bill, and it's not on. We got another bunch of guys over here who are threatening to start a riot unless they get their jumbo screen. Fellas, what are we going to do about this TV situation here?
We're not too happy. Not very happy at all.
Where's the Jumbotron? Didn't any of you bring your tool?
Well, no.
You know, Tim Allen's here from Home Improvement. It's tool time. We need to get him to climb up there, fix that TV screen, or there could be a riot out here, right? Sir, do not drown yourself in despair just because your large TV screen is not there, all right?
No, we got Tejada Ron is going to win, and we're sitting here. We're cool. We're comfort. Got our pool. Tejada Ron.
We're working on your TV screen. Don't go crazy.
TV's out.
We're working on it. And if the TV screen is not repaired sometime soon, this nice lady has agreed to share her TV set right here. Look. We got a TV screen for you! And she's selling it for $6,000. Congratulations. For Derby 121, I'm Terry Miners.
From Cato to Bigfoot. Good job, Terry. Well, let's go back to Kenny Rice, who's going to give us a replay of the 5th race. Kenny?
Okay, thanks very much. Gold Seeker Bud is the winner of the Churchill Downs Handicap. A nice ride by Willie Martinez. Strong, but not enough to catch Gold Seeker Bud, but level sands with a good, strong close.
Well, speed was holding pretty good. Like I say, going short might be a different story than going long. We'll see a bit later.
Good luck today, Jerry.
Okay,
and good luck on the, congratulations on the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. Jerry Bailey, he's been here before in the winner's circle on Derby Day with Sea Hero, of course, recently elected to the Racing Hall of Fame. He'll ride Tejano Run. Gold Seeker Bud is the winner, 42.40, 15.20, and 8.20. Coming in second, Level Sands, $5, $3.80, and Go for Jen, returning $4 for show. The time 1:21 and 3, just a couple of ticks off the track record.
Today, so remember to tune in for that. Now, 21 years ago, for the 100th run for the Roses, there was a record crowd and a record field.
And they're off, and what a sight it is with that wall-to-wall horses, and they're coming into the narrow section of the track. It is Little Current taking back, and here is Agitate along the rail. It's coming just as hard as he can. Gahey, Triple Crown, and Hudson County are all running for it as they come to the finish line for the first time. Where Triple Crown now has moved out. Hudson County is second. Here is Destroyer, and Sir Tristram goes by him at a third. Destroyer is now running in their fourth. Set and Go, the little horses in their fifth. Accipiter after that with Consigliere. Then we come Gay High and Crimson Ruler. Then we get Cannonade after that. It is Triple Crown and Hudson County still setting the pace, and Sir Tristram and Destroyer right behind them. And Cannonade is moving up very well after that bunch. And Accipiter still right in there. But it is Cannonade coming hard on the outside now, and Cannonade has got the lead. And Destroyer comes up after him into second place. And they come to the top of the stretch. They come to the corner, and here they come to me now. And that is Cannonade in the middle of the racetrack with the lead. Cannonade is the leader, and whipping and driving, trying to come through there. It is Destroyer trying to get up, and Hudson County trying to hang on. J.R. Spetz running on the inside. Little Current is coming on the outside, and it is Cannonade trying to hang on. Cannonade trying to hang on. As we come to the wire, Cannonade's going to take it. Cannonade is going to hang on. He's got it. We come to the wire, and Cannonade wins it by 2 lengths.
And the voice on that race should sound very familiar to you. Just speed it up a little bit. It's Cawood Ledford.
Cawood Ledford, 21 years ago. Well, we have to say happy birthday to our director, Jerry Drury. Today's his birthday. We think he's 121 years old, too. I'm not sure. But
he's got a lot of friends here at the track for his birthday party.
That's right. Big party, Jerry. Well, we'll be back with more for today's race.
Announcing Arby's new 99-cent Southwestern deal. If you want to take a bigger bite out of life, if you demand more bang for your buck, you're going to love Arby's new 99-cent Southwest Melt. Slow roasted beef topped with Arby's wild Southwestern sauce and tangy melted cheddar. All for under $1. So hop on your trusty steed and head on into Arby's. One bite of Arby's new 99-cent Southwest Melt and you'll taste why it's better here.
Before you accept a credit card that promises to drive or fly you to the moon someday, consider the one that lets you earn more down-to-earth rewards. Free gasoline, free groceries, free oil changes, no annual fee, unlimited rebates. Get the new Performance Visa card at Super America and Valvoline Instant Oil Change with an 8.9 intro APR. The one Visa card with free stuff you really need, free stuff you really get.
I've told you many times that Carriage Ford is a real thoroughbred. Here's a gentleman who's picked out more championship thoroughbreds than anybody in history. D. Wayne Lucas, a great trainer.
Thanks, Paul. You talked about championship years. We've had them. But you talk about championship dealerships. How about Carriage Ford? Just great guys, great cars.
Wayne, you're right on the money. That's Carriage Ford, Highway 131, Clarksville.
So, Grandpa, what do you think? Sure doesn't look like a deer.
Where's the green? Feels like a deer. Rush like a deer. Must be a deer.
At $349, the John Deere 14PZ has everything you'd expect from a deer.
But where's the green?
See Shelby Supply in Shelbyville and Ray's Lawn and Garden Center in Sellersburg.
And welcome back to Churchill Downs.
Thanks a lot. The 6th race coming right up. We'll show it to you live here in just a few moments. Well, he's not George Bush and he's not Merv Griffin, but he is the Topaz Man.
Topaz Man.
And Kirby Adams found him up on Millionaires Row.
Now, you may recognize the hair. If you don't recognize the hair, you might recognize his name. It's the Topaz Man. Topaz Man, also known as Steve Sandalis. Now, this is your second time in Louisville, I believe.
Second time, first time at the Derby, so I'm very excited.
Now, why don't you tell the folks at home what you do for a living?
What I do for a living, I pose on the cover of Topaz romance novels.
And very nicely, I might add. When you were here in town last time, you did a little dip with me, so it would look like I was in. Could we do that one more time, like the cover of a...
Sure.
Okay, how do we do it?
How do we do it? Just hold on to your mic.
Fabulous. Thank you, Steve. All right, your first time here, who are you going to bet on for the Derby?
I am going to bet on the woman jockey.
Julie Crone.
Yes.
All right.
I believe it's horse number 5.
All right, horse number 5. You heard it here from the Topaz Man.
Go, Julie.
Go, Julie.
Go,
and
Julie.
Look for Steve on the cover of all those Topaz novels. All right? All right. On Millionaires Row, I'm Kirby Adams for Derby 121. Thanks, Steve.
The woman
has
jockey.
your job, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Flexing those
Doug
muscles.
used to be the Topaz Man before his news career.
He ought to. He ought to be betting on Serena's song if he wanted to go for the filly there. You never know.
Well, it's appropriate. He says he's betting on the ladies. Well, we have lots more coverage coming up. Melissa Swan and Gary Roedemeier are going to be back next, and we're going to just continue to cover this lovely Derby day.
One injury and their career could be over. But today's new medical treatments can have a racehorse back on track in no time. Watch High Tech Horse Repair, May 17th on WHAS 11. A News Channel special. Our cameras record every second of Derby 121. So many angles, so many stories. If you think you've seen it all, think again. Derby 121, more than 24 hours. Sunday at 8 on WHAS 11.
It's like clockwork. I pack the food, Rex navigates. Jeff forgets his medication. So, like most years, we'll drop by the Walgreens in Keene, New Hampshire, where we're regular customers, despite living 3 states away. With thousands of satellite-linked pharmacies nationwide, Jeff's prescription is always nearby. And that's good to know, because we all forget things now and then. Some people are just a little more consistent.
Good, the movie's starting.
Oh, I hope she remembers to walk the dog.
I'm sure she will after she left him out in the rain the last time.
Yeah, she learned her lesson.
Sure.
Right.
Let's call.
With South Central Bell's call waiting, you won't be frustrated by busy signals or miss an important call.
Honey, you did walk the dog.
It's perfect for life's little emergencies.
I don't think it's necessary.
Order and pay no connection charge. At South Central Bell, action speaks.
Then, Louisville Tonight Live comes along at 6:30 to 8 o'clock, a program they call the Winner's Circle, and they're going to cover the last 2 races of the day. So if you've been with us since 6 a.m. this morning, which I have no doubt you have been, you have seen every race and every bit of Kentucky Derby 121 that you can imagine.
And welcome back to our perch here at the first turn, everyone. We're seeing a lot of bare chest, predominantly male, out here tonight. Yes, out here tonight. Although I have, in walking around during our little break, I saw a lot of halter tops and bathing suits. This is one of the warmest derbies we have had in a very long time. At least it feels that way because of the sunshine, and it is very, very bright now, beating down on us inside the downs. It is little warm, little stuffy. A lot of people are going in, standing in line, placing their bets, and then moving back out into the sunshine again. But you really cannot complain. Gary says do not dare complain about the sun today. No matter how much it beats down on us, don't complain about the sun.
Well, you know, I want to mention one thing.
Okay.
Jerry Drury, our director, just told us that he didn't expect this many people at his birthday party, so we have to mention that today, May the 6th, is our venerable old director, Jerry Drury's birthday. Now, 58, was that how old he was?
Well, Jerry. Roseann Rogers did come to Jerry's birthday party. She knows it was his birthday today, and she's out there with some of the people who came to the Derby.
Lots of folks on Derby Day make fashion
fashion statements. And one thing I've noticed in the paddock area is a lot of folks have lapel pins like this one. And look at this lady right here. This is lovely. What's your name? Bridget. I love your pin. Very colorful. Where'd you get it?
At the Holiday Inn South.
It looks fabulous. Very colorful.
Thank you very much.
I like it a lot. And moving right along, check out this lady's hat right here. So, ma'am, where did you get all your pins?
Mostly here at the Downs.
Are you from Louisville?
Yes, I am.
First Derby?
First Derby.
Now, this is your first Derby. How did you manage to collect so many Derby pins?
Well, we come quite often to the Downs, so while I'm here before Derby, we collect.
Do you have a favorite?
Not really. I haven't really quite made up my mind.
It looks like you might have a huge investment on this hat right here.
Oh, it's worth quite a lot, I'm sure.
And very nice. You got this year's, right?
Yes, I do.
Right there. Okay. And
that one and my favorite's my balloon pin.
Balloon pin, I see that. Very
right.
nice there. Well, we have to go move along this gentleman right here. This is a hat man. We could call you. What's your real name?
Charles Madison. They call me Derby Man.
And exactly how many pins do you have, sir?
It's untold. I mean, I started 30 years ago. This is my 30th anniversary. I started getting them in 1966. I've averaged 4 to 5 a year since 66.
Wow.
This hat weighs 4.5 pounds. When I take it off 2.5 weeks later, I still feel like I have...
adding. You just keep adding pin after pin after pin.
Right. The roses cover up a whole lot of them, but you got to have roses. This is run for the roses.
Well, I like these tattoos. Very nice.
Women like tattoos, you know?
I do. Have a great Derby.
Well, I will. Thank you.
In the paddock area, I'm Louisville Tonight's Roseann Rogers for Derby 121. Thank you, Roseann. We got some roses out here, too.
Next, we go to Bob and Kirby together again, and they have an interesting combination coming up. Dave Thomas of the Wendy's hamburger stuff, and also Wallace Wilkinson, who was once governor.
On the 6th floor of Millionaires Row, and I found my buddy Bob Sokoler. Where else but by the food? What are you doing, Bob?
You know, I'm just checking over the food, and take a look, Kirby. It's got some great seafood up here. Of course, I think it's like $50 per person if they want to eat it. But you know what? Look who we found also inspecting the food.
Yeah.
Dave Thomas. Where's Wendy?
Well, Wendy's home, and I'm just looking around, just kind of searching for new items.
New items for Wendy's?
And look who else is with him. It's former Governor Wilkerson. I guess you guys are a team looking for some new foods, huh?
I'm an aide now to Mr. Thomas. You may have noticed that. So I'm trying to help him select this food.
Well, you know, this would look excellent on the salad bar at Wendy's. All this seafood, the shrimp. Yeah, what do you think?
We probably have well, not the same, but maybe, well, how could I say it? I'm here. We got great food. They have great food here, too, but ours might be just a touch better.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Thomas doing a commercial for us right here. How about a round of applause? Well, thank you both for helping out with this.
Now, you were just here in a film, weren't you? You made your acting debut.
Well, and the Governor Wilkerson was the former governor, but he gave me some acting tips.
Right.
And it probably didn't help any, but he gave it to me anyway.
Well, you know, he has such a kind face.
He does.
He doesn't have to do much beyond that, right?
Right.
We should say that the movie is called Derby, and it will be airing on ABC, on WHAS.
That's the station that we work for.
That is the station on June 18th.
All right.
June 17th, a new change.
All right, June 17th on ABC. From Millionaires Row, I'm Kirby Adams.
And I'm Bob Sokoler.
For Derby 121.
Boy, what an odd couple they are. What did I tell you?
I didn't know they hung out together. Dave Thomas, Wallace Wilkinson.
I didn't realize that. That was an extraordinary. I didn't mean Kirby and Bob were the odd couple. It was the other guy.
We'll be back. You can see Kirby and Bob tonight after the Derby in live from the winner's circle. They'll show you the last two races on today's card as well. And there you're looking at the sunshine on my old Kentucky home of Churchill Downs and the balloons up in the air. We'll be back after this.
WHAS 11.
You're watching Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11.
There's one man who loves the Derby more than I do, the great trainer, D. Wayne Lucas.
Thanks, Paul. You know I want to win the race more than anybody.
Wayne, you could have 3 horses that could start in this year's Derby. Come on, give us a tip. Give us the winner.
A real winner?
Yeah.
Carriage Ford. Just great guys, great cars. A great stable out here at Clarksville.
That's Earl Brooks Carriage Ford, Highway 131, Clarksville.
Since the only place that notables hang out on Derby Day, some of them want to see the horses up close and personable, and here's Gary Gustin with someone who's down there.
Thanks, Melissa. We're down here in the paddock area, and the place is awash with celebrities. Big star Geraldo Rivera joins us now.
Gary, come on.
You tore yourself away from the OJ trial long enough to grace Louisville. How did you manage to do that?
I'm tracking down Cato Kalin. I want to accuse him of perjury.
Tell me your love for the sport. Why? I mean, you could have done anything on your day off, and you decided to come to Kentucky.
Well, not only do I love thoroughbred racing, but this is almost the capital of it. The way the people of Louisville have kept up the tradition of Churchill Downs over the decades, over the long generations, and kept it so pristine and so wonderful. And the fact that the crowds are so generous in their hospitality, it's really made us feel right at home, my wife and I. You know, you walk through the crowd and everyone is like your best friend, and I really appreciate that. It's terrific to get that feedback. Look at this beautiful spring day in Kentuckiana, so I'm happy to be here.
That's the way we order. Now, I got to know, a guy who is your journalistic background, your law training, you must approach picking horses very analytically, Geraldo.
Yeah, my wife's a feminist. She's taken the only filly, and I'm Hispanic, so I'm taking Tejano Run. That's how scientific we are.
Way to go. Thanks for joining us.
Okay,
good luck.
guys.
Hope you come in first. All right, guys, back to you guys. Gary, Melissa, back to you.
Thank you very much, Gary Gustin, today in the paddock.
And we told you earlier about Afternoon Delights, the Richard Mandela horse that made so much noise in California earlier in the year. And one of the races that really brought Afternoon Delights to prominence was the San Vicente Stakes. Let's take a look at the stretch run, and you'll see Afternoon Delights at his best.
At the top of the lane, and Afternoon Delights goes on for home. Mr. Purple comes to make a race of it on his outside. Afternoon Delights doesn't even take a deep breath. He just strolls home. This is a champion of tomorrow.
Trevor Dedwin with the call there. Afternoon Delights has lost only one race, the Santa Anita Derby. That was to Larry the Legend. As we said, Larry the Legend was injured, not here. Afternoon Delights is going to have something to say about Derby 121.
Kirby Adams is on Millionaires Row with some other famous people. Kirby?
I'm on Millionaires Row with the president's brother, the first brother. Hey, Roger, how you doing?
Kirby, I'm all right. I'm doing all
Yeah,
right.
you've been reporting all week for Mix.
Yes.
Has it been fun?
Yes, it's been a lot of fun. Mix 102 has been really great to me up here. They've treated me wonderfully.
Now, I don't know if everyone at home knows this, but you know a lot about horses.
Well,
How you doing out here betting?
Well, I'm 1 for 2, so I guess 50% isn't bad, but I'm losing money because my winner didn't catch me up. So, but that's then, and this is now, and I just feel like I've got a winner coming up here.
And that winner would be?
Gracious Granny.
Gracious Granny?
I'm going for a long shot here, a little prize horse. What number is Gracious Granny? Anybody got a program handy?
But what about for the Derby?
The Derby, Afternoon Delights, and Jumrun. I'm sticking with my 2 picks.
You are?
Sticking with them. Afternoon Delights and Jumrun. Flip-flop them. This race, though, let me give you some. The 7. Oh, they're all over my horse. Please. He's 8 for 1, now he's down to 3. I guess I'm not.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
I'm not
man knows his horses. All right, your wife and your son are here too, right?
My son didn't make it. My wife didn't want him to be here because of the crowd. She was in a bad mood because she forgot her hat. So.
And here's at a big table too, like with John Goodman and everybody.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you just missed a beautiful rendition, and I can't believe that you weren't in it. John set me up. He said he didn't know the words to my old Kentucky home, so come on, Roger, don't feel badly. He knew them in 4 different languages. But anyway, we
we'll
just
give
did
you
the
some
Kentucky
lessons,
home.
all right?
Will you?
Oh, yeah,
Thanks,
we will.
thanks.
All right, after
Thank
all.
you very much.
All right, thank you so much.
Kirby.
All right, up here on Millionaires Row, I'm Kirby Adams for Derby 121.
And that was the first brother, direct from the bash last night at the Barnstable Brown House, where he jammed with John Goodman et al. And they had quite a deal. And that party may have continued going out into Central Avenue the way they were going last night.
They were having a big party there, too. We'll be back with the party at the Downs right after this. We're working our way to Derby 121. If you haven't made your pick yet, not much time left.
Why get a Gaddy's delicious fast feast buffet? How about all you care to eat of all your favorite pizzas baked with 100% real smoked provolone cheese, plus delicious steaming pasta, cool garden-fresh salad, and taste-tempting dessert pizzas. All you care to eat of all this at incredibly low prices for lunch and dinner. Mr. Gaddy's Fast Feast Buffet. Who says you can't have it all?
Oh, to get a real pizza, everybody needs a. You gotta get a Gaddy.
Derby Day 121 here at Churchill Downs.
Get well. We're thinking about you.
I hate that you're sick on Derby Day, but...
However, many other people are out here going a little crazy in the infield, and driving them crazy all day has been Terry Miners, who has he has a yen for sorority babes. Terry?
It's sorority girl heaven out here again today. The Kappa Alpha Thetas from Eastern Kentucky. All right, who you picking in the Derby today?
Sabrina Song. Is that it?
Serena's song.
Serena's song.
And stand up real straight, because you got 2 holes here and you got 3 up in there. And she assured me that Serena's song is a lock. Oh, it hurts! Okay, we're coming through.
You still do beaver cleavers there?
Not everybody gets out here and shouts and screams through the whole day. Some of them learn to take it easy through the course of the day. They find a little peace and solitude out here in the infield. Hi, how are you?
Who is this?
What's your name?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. I'm Walter Cronkite. You're on 60 Minutes. We know all about you and your taxes. Those rubber checks you wrote for whiskey. The police are coming any minute now, okay? You better pack up your stuff and hit the gate.
All right.
What is your name?
Susan Watson.
Hi, Susan. How are you? Actually, we know you're a good, clean, living person. Are you getting any good sleep out here today?
Yes.
You better turn over in the next 15 minutes or you're liable to get roasted, all right, Susan?
All right.
I'll send a guy with a big spatula to flip you, all right?
Okay.
Go back to sleep, Susan.
Thanks.
For Derby 121, I'm Terry Miners.
Oh, getting a little tired out there in the infield at Italy.
The sun makes you kind of sleepy.
Yeah, the sun. I'm sure it was the sun.
It was the sun, was it?
Yeah. They're having quite a time today out on Central Avenue. That's where you find all the vendors and the people trying to get into the track and trying to find a place to park. And it's crazy out there. Our Jeff Lifson is covering those folks, Jeff.
The trip to Churchill Downs would not be, I guess, complete unless you took a visit to Baker's Acres, where the population is, well, the sign says drunk. Here's Mr. Baker. What's the deal? Are you blotto at this point?
Not yet. We're working on it.
Then we got this fella back here cooking up, I'm sure, what are they, wine-laced steak and eggs or something like that? I mean, is everything alcohol-related here at this particular place?
Well, it's kind of that way. You know, we just kind of hang in there and just do what we can do and have a ball.
You know, a lot of people who work on their cars will only shop at AutoZone. They depend on us for the best quality parts and low prices every day. They come in, get what they need, and then get back to work. Because you see, they believe if you want the job done right, you do it yourself. Well, at AutoZone, we couldn't agree more. Because when you take the time and the effort to work on your car yourself, you ought to be choosy about where you shop. We just thank you for choosing AutoZone.
And welcome back to Derby 121. It's been a while between races. This is the time of day when they sort of stretch the timeout so people have an opportunity with this huge crowd here to get to the betting windows. We have race number 6 coming up, which is the Humana Distaff for fillies and mares 3 years and older.
Start mingling. They've all been to the parties the night before, so they come in a little later than some of us. And we get to talk to a lot of them in the early hours of the afternoon. Bob Sokoler is up there right now with Loni Anderson.
Back up here on Millionaires Row, and take a look who is joining us. It's Loni Anderson. How are you, Loni?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. This is wonderful. It's exciting. I think it's fabulous. I see all kinds of incredible people with incredible hats.
Well, and may I say, yours is magnificent.
I've killed a few people with this hat.
No, we'll stand back just a bit. I don't want to stand back too far. You know, I was doing some research, reading up on you, and I understand we have a number of things in common, but among them, we both like malt balls. Is that true?
Oh, yes, malted milk balls. They're my favorite.
Oh, really?
Don't bring them anywhere around me because I'll just have to eat them.
You do? Like
Yeah.
a whole carton?
Oh, yeah.
Same
Watch
thing with
out.
me.
Mhm.
Now, something else that I heard about, and I'm not sure we can talk about this.
Is it scandalous?
Well, maybe, and hopefully we can mention it.
What?
Did I hear your sleeping attire
Is non-existent. Yes.
Really? Nothing whatsoever?
Nothing at all. Just me.
And that's to what? For breezes, to be cool, and...
Of course, to be natural.
Natural. Well, see, that's something else I think we've got in common there. All right, now, finally, one other question. You've got a pick for today? Everyone, I'm sure, is asking.
You know, a Serena song.
Mm-hmm.
A lady.
This
I'm
could be.
kind of, well, I think women stick together. It's that women thing. I don't know. I'm feeling the power of women today. That little girl amongst all those big bad guys.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's it.
All right. Well, take care of yourself. Our
Thank
love
you.
to Quentin.
Thank you very much.
And we'll hope you win today.
Me too.
All righty.
Thank you.
Loni Anderson, everybody. All right, I'm Bob Sokoler for Derby 121.
They're telling what they're going to talk about up there on Millionaire's Row. All the women, not all of them, but a lot of women are betting on Serena's song. That's their pick for Derby because they'd like to see a filly, although I have talked to quite a few men who also enjoy seeing a filly in the Derby. It's different.
And a bet on Julie Crone is also a
That's
bet
right.
for the fair sex. So.
That's right.
Let's go to Cawood Ledford. Rundown of the 6th race this afternoon, the Humana Distaff. Cawood?
An excellent field of fillies and mares going to the post in the Humana Distaff. 4-year-olds and up, and they'll go 7 furlongs. Let's take a look at this field. The inside horse, Al Kobe, was really a top-notch race mare last year. But we're getting him into the gate. Won't be able to get through the odds for you. But this could be a very rapid race. And look for probably Gracious Granny to set the stage. Let's go to Paul Rogers.
Everybody's in, and they're off. Morning Meadow breaks quickly from the outside. From down toward the inside, Alcovey comes out. And now from the middle of the track, punching her head in front, is Gracious Granny. Alcovey continues to hold on to the lead. Coming through on the inside is Traverse City and Sea Challenges. Traverse City and Alcovey now moving along together. It's Traverse City coming through on the inside to poke ahead in front. Alcovey is second, driving out wide in the track. Here comes Laura's Pistolette. Laura's Pistolette with a big move on the outside. She gets a close lead. But now fighting back at Morning Meadow. And here comes Morning Meadow and Laura's Pistolette right together at the finish. And that was too close to call. And with Traverse City finishing third, Alcovey was fourth. Then came Clever Act.
Of the 6th race, the Humana Distaff. Let's go now out on the party beat with Ann Doyle.
Oh, boy, we are in Okolona at, I guess, a pretty notorious party. We have been here, WHAS 11, 12 out of 17 years. This is the man in charge, and Frank Walker, I can tell these people have been here a while.
They've been here since 6:30 this morning.
Need we say much more? Everything from horseshoes to Orange Day. I'm not sure what that means.
We have a color every year, and yet last year it was green, so this year it had to be orange.
Well, that makes sense, right? Okay, we got horse races, we got Run for the Rosé, we have some really cool hats. Look at this one. Give us a close-up of that. Can you beat that? Horses on yours, Joyce? Did you make it yourself?
No, I had a lady to make it for me.
Looks great. And speaking of oranges, complete with really fruity guy.
I made this myself.
Nice shoes.
This is my orange attire.
Well, he's all set for Halloween. And we want to make sure that Jack, he spared no expense, Frank spared no expense in celebrating the Twin Spires 100th birthday. Look at that. How about it, folks? We don't need to tell you folks that they are completely out of control here. But everybody's having a good time. 12 years and going strong. We'll be back next year.
Thank you. We'd like to have you.
And it's off to the races, folks. Off to the races here and back to you at Churchill Downs.
Well, a scream went up from the crowd there. A scream went up from the crowd here because we apparently now have a winner. The photo is in on the 4th race.
The photo's in on the 6th race. Let's go to Kenny Rice and see who did come out the winner in that race. Kenny?
Hey, we really do have a winner. Lori Hebel, who does a great job. She coordinates things here as our stage manager. She is one of the owners of Laura's Pistolette, who pulls the upset to win the Humana Distaff, going off at odds of 25-1.
WHAS 11, awarded Station of the Year by the Kentucky News Photographers Association. If it weren't for these guys bringing you award-winning news footage every day, you wouldn't see a thing. Coverage you can count on. From Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11. Kentuckiana's first 5:30 news. Gene West and Doug Proffitt. Coverage you can count on. From Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11.
Boy, do we have a treat for you today. Something old, something new. We have the old U of L football coach, Howard Schnellenberger, and the new football coach, Ron Cooper. They had never met. until now, until introduced by
We bring them together.
Bob Sokoler.
All right, we're on Millionaires Row up here on the 4th floor. Coach Cooper. We all know Coach Cooper, but now good to see you up here,
Good seeing you.
All right, one guy you never met before, because obviously he had left by the time you arrived, was?
Coach Schnellenberger.
Guess who we've got here for you to meet?
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, a first here.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
See you.
Nice to meet you.
Millionaires Row, they're talking about Coach Cooper here, I understand.
That's right. Well, wait, we have to tell you something. How are you doing in the betting today?
Well, I've been beaten by the 11 horse and by the 10 horse, and not doing very well.
And how are you doing, Coach Cooper?
The last 2 races have been pretty good for me.
In fact, very good, haven't they?
Very good.
You know, I think
I never got any tips like that when I was coaching here.
Well, I tell you what, could you guys share? Maybe you want to get some handles on some of the guys who he left behind. You got.
Well, he left some great players behind,
and you can give him some tips on some racing.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about the racing. I'm definitely sure he can tip me more in football than racing.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys take care. Thank you.
I want to wish you a great deal of luck, and sincerely hope that things work out for you, and one day we get a chance to play each other for the national championship.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck to you, too.
All right, Coach Cooper, Coach Schnellenberger, 2 great men. Go ahead, sure.
When we graduated, Nancy and I were separated by 1,000 miles.
But having majored in economics, I found a way to make it work. We both bought Saturn.
A long-distance relationship is high maintenance enough. We needed a low-maintenance car.
And it had to be economical. Eventually, we decided to do all our traveling together.
As Nancy's father said,
I'm not losing a daughter.
I'm gaining a Saturn.
And now some things to be happy about. Sunday afternoon naps. Getting a bonus. Waitress's name, Mabel. Roadside stands. Old movies. Ballroom dancing. And a healthcare plan with good doctors close to home. Now that's something to be happy about. Be happy. Be healthy. Humana.
Wrap-up of Derby 121 on Louisville Tonight Live, tonight at 6:30 on WHAS 11.
Welcome back to Churchill Downs, everyone. You are looking at the huge crowd. We haven't heard the crowd's estimate or the official take on the crowd today, but you can see that they're enjoying the sunshine, and a lot of people are T-shirts.
Unless sometime during this entire deal you land with both feet and pick a horse.
Got to make a prediction.
So over the next half hour, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go around to our so-called experts, the guys that have been close, well, maybe too close for their own good.
They do have a lot of knowledge about the horse racing industry.
Let's go first to Paul Rogers.
Suave Prospect comes into the Derby off past performances that are strikingly similar to last year's winner, Go for Gin. And, of course, he's trained by Nick Zito. So I'm going to pick Suave Prospect to win today's Kentucky Derby. Timber Country has thrived at Churchill Downs, and in spite of his poor record this year, he's 0 for 3. I like him to be second. And Talkin' Man, who's been impressive in New York, will finish third.
Thank you, Paul. Let's go now to Cawood Ledford. Hear about his prediction. Cawood?
Speed's been holding up all day, so here I come with a couple of come-from-behind horses. I like Jumron to win it. This is the horse that ran only third his last start in the Santa Anita Derby, but he was a tremendously fast-closing third. And I think he's going to like the extra eighth of a mile of the Kentucky Derby. I like Timber Country second, last year's 2-year-old champion, even though he hasn't won a race this year. And Nick Zito is certainly the man of the night, is the trainer of the night, so I'll take Suave Prospect to run third. But Gary and Melissa, you heard it here first. Jumron will win the Derby.
Great.
Well, remember that, Cawood. In fact, I have been hearing Jumron from a lot of people, sports writers in particular. They like Jumron for some reason. And I think being there on the backside and watching him work out made a difference with those people.
He's made some big moves this week. Well, we've been sitting beside Gary Gupton for a long time and listening to his predictions. We know what he's going to predict, but you don't. So let's go to Gary and see what he's talking about. Gary?
Thanks, Gary. I think the speed early in the race, I think Wild Sin out of the 4-hole is going to set the early pace, but he's not going to be able to hold on. Wild Sin 4th, Eltish 3rd, Timber Country 2nd, and the 1995 winner of the 121st Kentucky Derby, Jumron. Go to the bank with it, Gary.
Oh, that Jumron thing.
You heard it again.
Mother's Day is fast approaching. This year, why not celebrate with a clear conscience?
I have to confess on Louisville television.
Monday on Louisville Tonight Live, surprising celebrity answers to the sticky question, what have you never told your mother?
Plus, Kentuckiana kids become toddler models in fashion. That's Monday at 7:30.
We're going to Kirby Adams right now. My mistake, Kirby Adams right now. She's with a couple, and they make the Derby every single year. They love the Derby, this couple.
Yeah.
Dixie Carter and Hal Holbrook.
Right now I'm with two people who I don't think will ever miss a Derby, Dixie Carter and Hal Holbrook. Have you missed the Derby in like the last 10 years?
7 years.
Not in the last 7 years if you missed one.
Straight.
And
That's right, Kirby.
And you look, every year. And I'm not kidding. You look more beautiful every year. How do you do this? Is it all the coffee, the cappuccino?
Sweet girl. All that coffee made. I don't know. Maybe it's Mr. Holbrook.
It might be Mr. Holbrook. I think I'm going to start drinking a lot more coffee made, though, because I can't get a hold of Mr. Holbrook. Now, you have a book coming out. Tell us about that.
Yes, I do. Well, my husband likes it. You tell about my book, please.
Well, it's a wonderful, wonderful book. It makes you feel like $1 million. It's called Trying to Get to Heaven, and it's Miss Dixie's views about everything. Anything you can almost think of that's going on in our society or family, what have you. And it's a wonderful book. Funny, wonderful stories, Tennessee stories, stories about family, stories about anything. And also it's very touching sometimes.
What in the book touched you the most?
What touched me the most about it is that while Dixie talks about sometimes things she doesn't like in society, there's no meanness in it. There's a wonderful feeling of looking at life with a kind, optimistic look. And it's not, I don't mean Pollyannish either at all. She's got some very strong opinions that not everybody's going to agree with. But it's, it's impressed Simon Schuster enough to want to, the first printings are going to be 100,000 copies.
Well, a lovely book from a lovely lady. All right, thank you so much.
Now, isn't that a good review?
I love that
Didn't
review.
I know who
You
to
were very
say to
smart.
ask? Yeah.
Thank you so much. We'll see you back here again next year. All right, thanks so much. I'm Kirby Adams on Millionaires Row for Derby 121.
Thanks, Kirby. And our coverage of Derby 121 continues from Churchill Downs, live in just a few minutes.
Kentuckiana's news channel, WHAS 11.
This is Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11. One injury and their career could be over. But today's new medical treatments can have a racehorse back on track in no time. Watch High Tech Horse Repair, May 17th on WHAS 11.
You'll love the new look of Levy's with a new expanded paint department. Interior design professionals plus famous brand name products like Porter Paint. Get the right start. Make your first stop at Levy's.
A while ago, we were talking about Geraldo Rivera. I tried to get Bob Sokoler to talk to Joan Rivers then. He's going to do that for us now. Bob Sokoler on Millionaires Row with Joan Rivers.
Can we talk? All right, we're up here on Millionaires Row, the 4th floor, and you're going to believe it. You'll see her. Here she is, Joan Rivers. How are you, Joan?
I'm looking for a millionaire.
There's a lot around here.
Yeah, a lot around here, and I'm a single woman.
Yes, you are. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You know, we miss your talk show, but I know you're working on a number of different things, including what Home Shopping Network, the jewelry's going real well.
QVC.
Yeah.
I'm on there in the middle of June, and I have a situation coming with another channel we won't mention.
Yeah, we won't mention
do
that.
specials for E.
be on all the major events like the Oscars and the Tonys.
And did I hear you're working on a book?
Yes, I'm working on a book on survival. I've been doing lectures on survival, so it's busy. Thank
It is
God.
a busy time.
Thank God.
You've been here before, right?
Yeah, it's my 4th time.
And have you got a horse that you're thinking about playing in the big race?
I am a guest of Mary Lou Whitney. So whatever she goes for, I go for. But I think maybe Serena's Song or Talking Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about Serena's Song and Talking Man. So, all right, we'll have to see if you have come up a winner, and then you won't need to worry about getting a millionaire, right?
You're damn right.
Can we say that? I guess we can't say that on TV. John, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Take care of yourself.
You too.
And we'll look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you. I love your tie.
Thank you very much. It lights up with a battery.
Oh.
Yeah, no, just kidding, just kidding. All right, here on the 4th floor, I'm Bob Sokoler for Derby 121.
Joan Rivers, one of the queens of talk, early talk.
Daytime, and
Daytime talk, right?
A lot of daytime soap opera stars are here at the Derby. Kirby Adams is up on Millionaire's Row with a couple of those folks.
I'm on the 3rd floor, and we're getting into line here to bet, and, well, look who we've run into from All My Children. Hello, Eva and John. Now, on All My Children, you play?
Edmund Gray.
And?
Maria Santos Gray.
And your storyline, I know you guys are kind of trying to have a baby, and where's that going to go in the next couple of weeks?
There's a pregnant pause for you. I tell you what, we have as much chance of winning as Her Temper does in the 6th.
Is that who we're betting on here?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't bet Her Temper at this very moment. I said it's about 15-1. That's about the opening odds when you're trying to get a baby.
I'd have a baby the first time through in vitro fertilization.
Yep.
Your chances are about 10%.
So you've learned a little bit doing
Well,
it,
we're in a
too.
gambling mood, you know?
Yeah. You went to Madden's party last night?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we did.
What was that like?
Wild? Wild. It was wild. Did you go?
That's the decadent party. No, I went last year. I had to stay home and sleep this year. But this is your first Derby. I know you like horses.
Oh, I love horses. It's my first Derby. I'm a virgin Derbyer, and I'm very excited. So.
Virgin Derbyer. I've never quite heard that before. But you do ride, and so who are you going to bet on for the Derby?
I actually... You know, I thought we had it all figured out last night, and this morning I woke up and changed my mind. Yesterday it was Jim Ron, but I think today it might be Afternoon Delight. Talking Man I like, and Serena's Song I still like.
She likes them all. I like them all.
Yeah, that's a real safe bet.
All right. Well, we'll watch for you on All My Children. Have a great time here in Louisville. All right. On the 3rd floor for Derby 121, I'm Kirby Adams.
Thank you very much, Kirby. The Early Times Turf Classic is coming up. That's the last race before the Derby. It is race 7. The horses are coming on the track right now, or at least they're walking around toward the paddock area. And ABC will be covering that this year for the first time. It's a turf race for older horses.
And we have been out here so many years, and we've been checking in with Chuck Taylor on the hour to see if the temperature is going to change or the rain is going to stop. I haven't thought about Chuck much today. Sorry about that, Chuck, but we've had such gorgeous weather. No need to find out if there's going to be a change. What about the rest of the day?
Well, it's obvious we're not going to worry about any rain this time around. I have heard a few complaints about the temperature. Hey, it's too warm, folks are saying, but this is nothing compared to our warmest Derby. That was 94 degrees, and that was set back in 1959. And Gary and Melissa, good luck on your Derby picks.
Thank you very much, Chuck. Now, at 94 degrees, I think I also would be complaining, but I can't imagine complaining about this. This is just perfect. Lovely.
It is. The only thing we've had to worry about today is a little sunscreen. There's been practically no wind, and it's just been a perfect Derby day. It's been remarkably easy for us to do this today.
Millionaire coal operator Paul Patton says it is unlikely that Kentuckians will ever be able to develop the high skills that will command high wages. They must expect medium to low skilled jobs paying medium to low wages. Eck Rose disagrees. His vision is better teachers and more demands on students, job training, recruiting high-paying jobs. Eck Rose won't settle for minimum wage jobs. Through training and education, we can build a future. It's time for Eck Rose.
I often stand alone, but I always stand for Kentucky.
Welcome back to Derby 121. Let's go now to Kirby Adams on Millionaire's Row, who has Robin Strauss from One Life to Live.
Well, we're up here on the 3rd floor, just kind of walking around, checking it out, and I've run into this fabulous woman, Robin Strasser, and you. And I got it right, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Because I've watched her for years on soap operas. Now you're on which one?
I'm on One Life to Live. I have been for 16 years, except for 6 years I took off and went to live in California.
I remember that period of time when you took off. You're Dorian Lord, aren't you?
Yes, I am. And I'm out of the secret room.
She's out of a secret room, and she's over here at the Kentucky Derby at the Churchill Downs.
That's right, and I don't know which horse to bet on.
I really am no good at this. Virginia Kelly once, the president's mother, told me once I knew nothing about horses, and she was right. But anyway, we're just going to keep walking here across the third floor. Maybe we'll go up to Millionaire's Row.
Can we, please?
Let's go look for some millionaires.
Are there
What do
any
you think?
single millionaires?
There are. Come with me. Let's go. Let's find them. All right. For Derby 121 on the third floor, I'm Kirby Adams.
And we thank you, Kirby, up there looking for millionaires as well as talking to a few famous people.
Well, let's go to Kenny Rice. We have just a few moments before we join ABC for their live coverage of the Derby and the Early Times Turf Classic, and we'll get the odds and updates from both from Kenny. Kenny?
Okay, thanks, Gary. We take a look at the Early Times now, which will be coming up. You can see it here on WHAS on ABC's coverage. And taking a look at this race, right now, at this time, the favorite is coming out of post position number 11, Hasten to Add at 3-1, and coming out of post number 5 at 9-2.
What happens to thoroughbreds after the finish line? Monday on WHAS 11.
A constant variety of sport. The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports. For centuries, spires have had a special meaning for man. Church spires reaching toward heaven. Steeples used as markers and giving their name to the sport of steeplechasing. Here, the twin spires of Churchill Downs, 100 years old this spring. Symbols and sentinels looking down on Derby Day in Kentucky. What do they mean to racing people? Ask the jockeys.
When I see the twin spires, I realize that is the most recognizable symbol in all of horse racing, if not in all of sports. We walk out underneath them, you get goosebumps all up and down you, you can hardly speak, and if you're real emotional, some tears come to your eyes, but it's just an overwhelming feeling.
The single one word that describes the Kentucky Derby is history.
Set a signal. Here, as the sun rose this Derby day, the twin spires signaled nothing. Their silence simply framed the question, as it has for 100 years. Who will win the roses as we gaze down on them today?
The Kentucky Derby. The first leg of the Chrysler Triple Crown Challenge.
From around the world, the pilgrims have set their sights on the twin spires and steered a course to Kentucky. For the followers of thoroughbred racing, this is their special place, the track where the world's greatest races run. High above the race course, the wealthy, the powerful, and the celebrated sip their juleps and make their selections. Below, the groundlings crowd the rail, competing for a close-up view of the horses flashing past. Everywhere, wide-spreading hats crown the heads of the ladies, as they have since 1875. No hats in the infield, not even shirts for some. This is where the youth of America greets the springtime with whoops and hollers. On the backstretch, there's silence. There, the principal players of today's drama stand quietly, alone with their equine thoughts, as ready as they will ever be for the great day of their lives, the day they run in the Kentucky Derby. Well, hello, I'm Jim McKay reporting as ABC Sports celebrates its 20th anniversary of covering the Kentucky Derby. For once, it's a gorgeous afternoon in the bluegrass, temperature about 75 degrees. We have one of the largest fields in Derby history, 19 horses. The most international of all derbies, with entrants from England, Canada, and the first ever from Japan. The track, lightning fast this afternoon. The second largest crowd in Derby history, 144,010. One of the favorites is a filly, Serena's Song. Remember that only 3 fillies have taken home the roses in 120 runnings of the Derby. But Serena's Song is legitimate and could win today. Talkin' Man was the Canadian 2-year-old champion. He comes here from victories in the Gotham and the Wood in New York and hopes to awaken memories of the great Canadian Northern Dancer. And Ski Captain has all Japan watching in the middle of the night over there. He's far from a token entry and would be the idol of the Orient if he should win. Now, for the first time, we'll be bringing you 2 races from Churchill Downs today. In a few minutes, you'll be seeing the Early Times Turf Classic, a race of another nature. For the story on that, here's my co-host and ABC colleague, my friend Al Michaels.
Thank you, Jim. Great to be back with you. As always, a beautiful day at Churchill Downs. And with the Kentucky Derby post time about an hour away, this race has a post time about 6 minutes away. It's the Early Times Turf Classic. It's a 1.8 miles on the grass, and it's the first of 3 turf races we'll bring you prior to each of the Triple Crown races. Now, we have a very internationally spiced field in this one as well. A total of 12 horses going postward, and let's take a look at the field. Curie's Clown starts from the inside, 11-1. Earl of Barking, number 2, also 11-1. Opera Score is being held at odds of 6-1. Coaxing Matt, a long shot at 25-1. The second choice currently is Blues Traveler, Chris McCarron in the irons at 9-2. Jaggery John with Aaron Grider at odds of 20-1. Then comes Beneficial at 16-1. Memento Mori at odds of Stormo up, and Bobby Frankel, who was voted into the Hall of Fame last week, is his trainer.
And this horse had a bumping match the entire stretch drive in his last contest, so he needs some good luck today.
The Early Times Turf Classic, post time 4 minutes away. Back with the running of this 1.8 miles race on the lawn after this.
Most sport coupes have road-cleaning suspensions, but bone-jarring rides. Most luxury coupes have lots of room, but cost lots of money. And some coupes have big engines, but tiny back seats. That was before. This is after. Introducing Chrysler Sebring. Race-inspired 4-wheel double wishbone suspension. 24-valve fuel-injected V6. And an honest-to-goodness back seat. The new Chrysler Sebring. The cure for the common coupe.
Sure, Gold MasterCard has at least a $5,000 credit line, so you can buy all kinds of things, but you can't buy time. Well, I don't know. You could buy plane tickets and fly across 5 time zones, and it'll be even earlier than when you left. But wherever you go, you won't have to waste your time looking for a great exchange rate, because with MasterCard, a great exchange rate is exactly what you'll get. So I guess Gold MasterCard really can buy you time. Just remember to set your watch back. Watch back. Now how's that for a useful card? Gold MasterCard. It's more than a gold card. It's smart money. Look for your Gold MasterCard application and apply.
Proper etiquette begins at breakfast. We pour the cereal, we select the spoon, chin up, and... very good. Now let's move along to... No, let's try that again.
The problem with a cereal that's made like popcorn, only sweeter,
Some prefer the shovel method.
is that it disappears like popcorn, only faster.
Any questions?
Kellogg's Corn Pops. It's hard to stop when it's popped.
The Kentucky Derby, the first leg of the Chrysler Triple Crown Challenge. Brought to you by Chrysler. Form follows function. United Airlines and its 55,000 employee owners. Come fly our friendly skies. And De Beers, a diamond is forever.
It's Derby Day, but first, the Early Times Turf Classic coming your way, and let's check in with Charles C. Canty. Charles?
Well, in keeping with the international flavor of the day, 8 of the 12 horses in the Early Times were either bred or raced outside this country. Marvin's Faith is an Irish-bred import who won the Elkhorn last time.
Chris McCarron guides the Rodney Rash trained performer Blue Traveler. And there goes Jaggery John with Aaron Grider. A dozen of them in this turf event. Marvin's Faith with Craig Perrette on the outside, taking his position. And they're off. And Curie Here he's Clown gets away very quickly along the inside, coaxing him in. The roan is right there. Middle of the racetrack, there goes Romerin. Now Romerin up to take the early lead. Here he's Clown along the inside with the blue cap is snuck in the second spot. Marvin Spaeth has come over and is now racing third. Paving ground, cutting the corner now. Here he's Clown, looks for some racing room, and from the back of the pack, Memento Mori is flying. They're in the stretch, and Romerin trying to take it. Wire to wire on the outside. Here comes Blues Traveler to challenge along the inside. That's Marvin Spaeth. And down the stretch they come. Romerin with Corey Nakatani trying to get that last 16th of a mile. And yes, he's going to get it. It's Romerin, the Brazilian bred, in front by one at the wire with Blues Traveler second and a photograph between Hasten to Add and Marvin Spaeth for the show spot. The time, 1 minute 46 and 4/5 seconds. Boy, more from Churchill Downs on Derby Day.
With the people who built the airline and now own it. You can tell we don't just work here. Come fly our friendly skies.
I'm 54 years old, and I still eat Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Brave adults challenge the notion that Frosted Flakes cereal is just for kids.
I eat them, and I love them. There. What's so hard about that? This is only going to be seen late at night, right? Ooh.
Dolores. Has anybody seen Dolores? Oh, never mind.
The sweet crunch of Kellogg's Frosted Flakes had the taste adults are grown to love. They're great.
I love him. Don't you just love him?
How close are you to all the sports you'd ever want to see? With Prime Star. Closer than you think. Prime Star has all the action you're looking for, plus lots of other great programming, all with digital picture and sound. And since Prime Star is a service, there's no equipment to buy. And it all starts at about $1 a day. So if you love sports, call 1-800-PRIME-STAR.
They created their microprocessor in 1971, and the faster their chips have performed, the faster their company has grown. Today, the Intel design is the brains behind 2/3 of the world's PCs. By the 21st century, Intel expects their chip to execute 2 billion instructions in 1 second. Where do you find such fast-thinking companies? Actually, there's a list of them printed every day. NASDAQ, the stock market for the next 100 years.
Your favorite crime solvers return in the movies you'll love. Sunday, the lawyer you've loved for years says goodbye. Andy Griffith returns for one last case in ABC's final emotional farewell to Matlock. Then, Monday, is Columbo teaming up with the mob to find a killer.
Just one more thing.
No, Lieutenant. There is no just one more thing.
Rod Steiger, George Wendt, and Peter Falk in an all-new 2-hour Columbo. Your favorite crime solvers return in the movies you'll love. Sunday and Monday, here on ABC.
We're back at Churchill Downs. The $200,000 Early Times Turf Classic has been run, and Romerin has won it. He was 7-2. Winning connections, no Triple Crown winner, of course, since 1978. A firm. Let's go back to Jim McKay.
All right, Al. Well, females, you know, have made great strides in the physical world of sport, but still in very few sports do they compete successfully against the males. Now, in racing, it happens. Rarely, but when it does, the whole world watches. Winning Colors was genuine only 8 years later. She showed her heels to the boys right out of the starting gate and won wire to wire. Her trainer, Wayne Lucas, has run 23 horses in the Derby, but she was his only winner and greatest thrill.
for just all the guys that ever dreamed it. It's from here, the top of the world, and we're looking down.
Today, Winning Colors romps with her 5th foal. All 5 have been fillies, so perhaps a daughter will one day come to the Derby. But today, Wayne Lucas looks to another female. He looks to Serena's Song. After sweeping Santa Anita's 3-year-old filly stakes, she took on the males in the Jim Beam at Turfway Park. It was no contest. She trounced them. Trainer Lucas finds her a sweetheart to be around.
She'll follow me from here to Buffalo, New York. Look at it. No. She won it.
We're at the gap now where we are awaiting the arrival of the Lucas trio, of which Serena's Song, of course, is one. This will bring to 26 the total number of horses that Wayne Lucas has started in the Kentucky Derby. That is a record.
The last time we were here was when I proposed. 10 years. It seems like only yesterday. I told you then how much I loved you, and nothing's changed.
The Diamond Anniversary Band. On your 10th, show her you'd marry her all over again.
Now that you've given her away, you'll always cherish the memories. You'll always remember the joy. And you'll never forget the bill.
$220 for Parston?
But hey, isn't that why you got Visa Gold in the first place? With all the purchase power to handle any occasion. Even the most precious. Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
An ABC special presentation. Who makes you laugh?
I love Roseann.
Join Brett Butler, Dana Kirby, Eddie Murphy, Roseann, Lily Tomlin, Robin Williams at Classic Comedy Clips with Bill Cosby, Jonathan Winters, Whoopi Goldberg, and more. Who makes you laugh tonight on ABC?
Shopping for your next car. Why not America's quality and value leader, Buick? Best in class, family car of the year, first for safety, solid American value. Buick, the new symbol for quality in America and in bluegrass country.
Wrap-up of Derby 121 on Louisville Tonight Live, tonight at 6:30 on WHAS 11.
Derby, the first leg of the Chrysler Triple Crown Challenge. Brought to you by Chrysler. Form follows function. The NASDAQ stock market, the stock market for the next 100 years. And Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
The barns at Churchill Downs are located behind the backstretch, and this is known as the walkover. It's a great sight, 130,000 people looking on, and here come the horses and the connections, and walking over with a guy who certainly knows his way into the winner's circle is Charleston.
Only one trainer in Kentucky Derby history has a better winning percentage than Nick Zito. That's Henry Forrest. He was 2 for 2. Nick Zito is 2 for 3. And Nick, you're trying it again right now with Suave Prospect. This is a colt whose stamina is a little suspect. I'll tell you what, if the crowd is any help, they love Nick Zito here. You can hear them cheering. Leslie?
Charles, I'm with a man who grew up in the thoroughbred business but never came to the Kentucky Derby before, Jum Run owner Charlie Dunn. What took you so long?
I don't know, but I think I'm getting here rather quick for most standards. I can't tell you how exciting it is.
You're walking alongside your horse. Some owners have called this an out-of-body experience.
That's probably what it is, so I don't really know what I'm saying right now, but I'm just tickled to death to be here, and thank God for the opportunity.
It's your first time here. It's your trainer's first time here. It's your jockey's first time here. What gives you confidence against this field?
They're all great people. He's a great trainer. He's a fantastic jockey, and the horse a fantastic horse, so I'm just real confident in their ability.
Well, good luck to you, and as you know, Al, his trainer, Gary Lewis, is a former pharmacist, so maybe he'll give Charlie something to calm down.
Always a number of great stories of Churchill Downs, this year no exception, and always the sale of mint juleps by the thousands there dispensed at $5.50 a pop at Churchill Downs. A look at part of the crowd, and no doubt a few glasses are being hoisted today.
He just walked out and said, okay, guys, I'm here. I'm going to run my race. And that was a very captivating way that he had. I think it's why people loved him so. He was a big stud, and life was great.
Each May, this historic track seduces the world's greatest drivers, daring them to test the limits of man and machine. One by one, they race against the clock in pursuit of the coveted pole position. The Battle of the Brickyard begins with the Indianapolis 500 time trial. Then, after coverage of the GTE Byron Nelson Classic, ABC's Wide World of Sports presents the men's competition at the Visa Gymnastics Challenge, plus the Pimlico Special and more action from the Brickyard. It's all next Saturday on ABC Sports.
Boy, there is a beautiful-looking horse. That is Ski Captain, Kentucky-bred, son of Stormbird, comes over from Japan. And a look at the odds now. Serena Song, Timber Country, 7-2. The favorite, Talkin' Man, 4-1. The odds are crawling across in order of betting preference from favorite to the longest shot. The field right there, a total of 6 horses. And there's some value there. A lot of fans on a day like today love to get 6 for 1 at 10-1. And there's a look at one of those field horses. That's Knockadoon. Elfish, the import, now down to 11-1. He's been dropping in the last several minutes. Wild Sin, 16-1. Thunder Gulch, another Wayne Lucas entrant, part of Wayne's World. He has 3 horses in today's race. Post time about a half hour away.
Back-to-back derbies. Eddie Dello Husay.
It's overwhelming, and sometimes I still can't believe I won 2 derbies in a row. When you enter that stretch and you feel that you have a chance to win right there, and you know it because you know the horse real well, just like on Sonny's Halo. I knew at the head of the stretch that, hey, we're going to win this race. And as you get near the wire, the adrenaline starts flowing. I think that's the greatest high in the world.
Baseball's biggest stars come out for the All-Star Game, July 11th on ABC.
To optimize the characteristics of the new Chrysler Sebring, some assembly is required. Insert Figure 1 into Figure 8. Think of it as a luxury coupe and a sport coupe nicely put together. The new Chrysler Sebring, the cure for the common coupe.
Sure, Gold MasterCard has at least a $5,000 credit line, so you can buy all kinds of things, but you can't buy time. Well, I don't know. You could buy plane tickets and fly across 5 time zones, and it'll be even earlier than when you left. But wherever you go, you won't have to waste your time looking for a great exchange rate, because with MasterCard, a great exchange rate is exactly what you'll get. So I guess Gold MasterCard really can buy you time. Just remember to set your watch back. Watch back. Now, how's that for a useful card? Gold MasterCard. It's more than a gold card. It's smart money.
Look for your Gold MasterCard application and apply.
The issue is breakdowns. Odds are your car will have one. But you don't have to be left stranded. Liberty Mutual Auto Insurance customers get membership in its roadside assistance program. One call and help's on the way. Anywhere, anytime. Let's hope you never need it. Liberty Mutual, facing the issues that face our customers.
A rite of spring, Churchill Downs on Derby Day. And that shot provided by the Spirit of Akron, a Goodyear blimp, framed by a bright blue sky on a 75-degree afternoon. Now let's take a look at the post positions in this huge field. It's interesting to note a lot of the ordinary horses have drawn posts on the inside. Coming out of 1, Dazzling Falls, then Knockadoon, Pyramid Peak from 3, Wild Sin from 4, Jambalaya Jazz from 5, Swamp Prospect 6, Elfish out of 7, Lake George Post 8, In Character 9, then some of the stars, Jumron from 10, Talkin' Man 11, Afternoon Delights 12, Serena Song 13, Tejano Run 14, then they go to the auxiliary gate, a second gate, 15, Timber Country, Thunder Gulch, ski captain, McKay, and Citadine breaks from the far outside of this field of 19. So it's a real tough race to handicap, Dave. Let's take a look at some of the contenders. 5 wins and a second. Thunder Gulch is a big price. He won 2 races in Florida, threw in a clunker in the bluegrass, and thus he's one of the longest shots in the field right now, trained by Wayne Lucas. Gary Stevens will be the rider. Tahano Run is a horse who was stabled as of this morning at Keeneland. They elected to keep him about an hour and a half away and banned him here at 6 o'clock in the morning. And Jumron is an interesting horse because he came from far back and almost captured the Santa Anita Derby. And I looked, Dave, at Tahano Run and Jumron, and they have similar styles.
But there always seem to be horses like this that promise more than they deliver.
One word that describes the Kentucky Derby is glorious. There's no sorrow, there's no anything. I mean, you're just happy. And I guess it's the closest thing to being in heaven again.
Moms. They come in a variety of sizes and shapes. And so do the gifts at the JCPenney Mother's Day sale. Right now, you'll find an array of gemstones and an assortment of gold jewelry at 50% off. A lovely range of sleepwear and robes for 20 to 30% off. And great savings on dresses no matter what style fits her. Don't miss the Mother's Day sale. With all our gifts and our hassle-free returns, Mother's Day will be bigger than you ever expected.
This really is nice. But when I was Mommy and Daddy to Florida to see my grandma, we flew on an airplane that had hamburgers, milk, and cookies. That's the kind of food. You eat food? Well, mostly for kids, I think. But the people on the plane were very, very, very nice and gave me a puzzle book and silver little wings to wear on my sweater. I like the wings. Do you have puzzle books? And one there made my daddy laugh really, really loud. My daddy likes laughing. And we watched a movie, took naps, and it was really, really fun. My daddy flies them all the time. They're his favorite. He says they're different from the other ones because the people don't just work there. They own it. He says you can tell. Do you own this airplane? Or do you just work here? My daddy flies in so much he gets to fly for free sometimes.
Sunday on ABC Sports. Rush down the rapids, surf the skies, and speed down a mountain.
I can't believe I just came down that.
Meet the women who take it to the limits of adventure and beyond when Nike presents A Passion to Play. Then see your favorite skating stars in the Campbell Soup Tour of World Figure Skating Champions. It's all Sunday on ABC.
Back in the paddock, Wayne Lucas just told me that with so many horses, he had to make a couple of management decisions.
The University of Louisville Cardinal Marching Band, directed by David Tolberg, in singing My Old Kentucky Home.
Scene out of a classic movie. Now the post parade. Here are the horses. Number 1 is Pyramid Peak. He is part of an entry along with Jambalaya Jazz, each owned by John
Presenting the field.
Oxley and trained by John and Donna Ward. Jambalaya Jazz, ridden by Craig Perrett, who rode unbridled to a win in the 1990 Derby. Serena's Song, part of the Wayne Lucas entry number 2, owned by Bob and Beverly Lewis. And the reason he is coupled with, or she is coupled with Timber Country, is that Bob and Beverly Lewis own 1/3 of this horse, ridden by Pat Day, the winningest rider in the history of Churchill Downs. Dazzling Falls, winner of the Remington Park Derby and the Arkansas Derby, is number 3, a late runner. Wild Sin went gate to wire to win the Bluegrass. The much and oft-injured Randy Romero making another comeback. Good to see. And making another comeback as well, Julie Crone, who's been seriously injured on a couple of occasions. She's aboard Suave Prospect, the contender. Nick Zito seeks his 3rd Derby win. Eltish ships in. Eddie Delahousie is great with rear runners, a guy who can pick a spot and find a spot and knows his way to the winner's circle. Jumron, another late runner, number 7. Gonçalino Almeida, a Brazilian, is the rider. His first Derby. Talkin' Man. After the 2 wins in New York, Mike Smith is up. Roger Atfield, the trainer. Afternoon Delights with 5 wins and a 2nd. Afternoon Delights, the Burt Backrack horse. Richard Mandela, who won the earlier turf race. The trainer, Kent DeSormo, the rider. Tejano Run, who came in this morning, as we mentioned before, from Keeneland. Jerry Bailey up. He rode Sea Hero to a win in 93. Kenny McPeak trains him. Thunder Gulch, Gary Stevens aboard. He was aboard Winning Colors in 88 for Lucas, the 6-5 favorite in the Bluegrass, who finished 4th in that race. Number 12 is Knockadoon, one of the field horses. He gets Chris McCarron, though, in the saddle, a Hall of Famer and 2-time Derby.
Bob and Judith Akers looked forward to the day they could retire to a little business by the sea. No easy project to take on alone. Fortunately, a Dean Witter broker was there to help them chart the proper course.
Each individual's dream is unique. So, too, must be our solutions.
Now the Akers not only have a place they can call home, others can too.
Back at 10.
We'll leave the light on. At Dean Witter,
We measure success, one investor at a time.
It started with the idea of giving truckers a better two-way radio system. Then with a war chest of $3,000, they decided to take on the largest company on earth. When the smoke cleared, MCI had changed telecommunications forever. Where in today's world do you find such aggressive, fast-growing companies? Actually, there's a list of them printed every day. NASDAQ, the stock market for the next 100 years.
John Forsyth for the Breeders' Cup.
This magnificent trophy is the symbol of excellence, the ultimate prize in thoroughbred racing. Every horseman dreams of having a champion. Breeders' Cup Day is reserved for those who share that dream. It's the day when champions are crowned, the day when dreams come true. Breeders' Cup, the symbol of excellence in racing, worldwide.
Building our luxury family sedan, the Chrysler Concorde, we thought of everything, starting with spacious cab-forward design. We gave it dual airbags and child protection rear door locks, ran it for millions of miles, subjected it to thousands of decibels, and hundreds of hours in a wind tunnel. All this to make sure not only did we think of everything, we thought of everyone. Chrysler Concorde, a thoughtful expression of form following function.
It was just another beautiful day. The sun was shining. Everything was peaceful. A perfect day for flying. Until Stephen King changed all that. 10 survivors of a flight gone wrong.
Where is everybody? No one is driving the plane.
Wake up in a world where nothing is real.
It's really wrong here.
Except for one thing.
Oh my God, look.
Stephen King's The Langolier. Sunday, May 14th on ABC. Parental discretion advised.
In 120 derbies, 3 fillies, only 3 have won the run for the Roses. Will the Twin Spires look down on another today?
You're putting a hard question on me. I have to admit to you very frankly, at 4:30 Kentucky time a week ago last Friday, with Beverly's help, Wayne Lucas worked with both of us, and he Wayne certainly made the decision, but we are completely in support. She is a unique filly, and we're delighted to be with you.
Great. Well, Bob, thank you very much. You folks have a lot to look at today. 2 horses in the race as the horses load a field of 19 getting ready for the start of the 121st Kentucky Derby. And for the call of the race, Dave Johnson.
There's all of those in Europe. All 3-year-olds. The filly carries 5 pounds less. 126 for the male. They're off in the Kentucky Derby. Afternoon Delights gets away quickly, and Serena's Song is expected on the outside. Along the inside, Wild Sin takes up the chase. Is 12th. Dazzling Falls races 13th. On the outside, Timber Country is next. Then comes In Character, McKay. Ski Captain is third last. Jambalaya Jazz Gallant and moves on Serena's Song, but Corey Nakatani lets him knock out. It's still Serena's Song. Derby as they turn for home. A little more than a quarter of a mile to go. Serena's Song desperate to hang on between horses. Falcon Man on the inside, but Thunder Gulch emerges with the lead. Along with Jumrun, and down in front they come in the Derby. And here's the winner. It's Thunder Gulch. Lucas wins it with the lesser of the 3 horses he trained. How about that? Thunder Gulch wins it. Timber Country was flying his photographs all around for the place and show. Kong came back to ride Thunder Gulch beautifully today. He's the unofficial winner of the Kentucky Derby.
How do you turn a 3.5-liter, 24-valve, 214-horsepower cab-forward performance machine into a luxury car? Wash it. Chrysler LHS, an invigorating expression of form following function.
The last time we were here was when I proposed. 10 years. It seems like only yesterday. I told you then how much I loved you, and nothing's changed.
The Diamond Anniversary Band. On your 10th, show her you'd marry her all over again.
It is said he is to computer software what Thomas Edison is to the light bulb. The software Bill Gates developed runs 2/3 of the computers in the world. And on the day he turned 36, his company, Microsoft, was bigger than Xerox, Kodak, and McDonald's. Where in today's world you find companies capable of such astonishing growth? Actually, there's a list of them printed every day. NASDAQ, the stock market for the next 100 years.
In prehistoric times, the only place to rent a wheel was the airport. Well, Thrifty Car Rental changed that and conveniently opened in your neighborhood. So now, it's easier than ever before to rent a great set of wheels at historically low rates. And when you are at the airport, don't worry, that's our neighborhood too. Your neighborhood Thrifty Car Rental, historically known for low rates.
Good try a little sand trap shot here.
Only one satellite TV system offers the most sports, from most channels to the best coverage. The Full View Satellite TV system. It's one giant leap in home television.
Houston, could you repeat then the whole thing again, please?
Get free home installation. Call 1-800-778-4900 for a dealer near you.
What makes a city? Tall buildings pushing against the sky, pulsing arteries of concrete, water, and steel. Is a city merely commerce and commotion? A city, a cosmopolis, must be about more than transfers of information and material. A true city, a true community, is about people. Louisville, a city without limits.
Now NYPD Blue's all new.
I want you to make love to me.
Simone's witness develops a fatal attraction on an all-new NYPD Blue. Tuesday, viewer discretion advised.
This sport never ceases to amaze. Thunder Gulch, look at the prices. It's now official, $51, $24.20 and $12.20. Tejano Run finishes second, $10.20 and $6.80. Timber Country gets up for third and pays $3.80. The Exacta, $4.80. The Trifecta, $2,099. So a horse that wins the Fountain of Youth in the Florida Derby throws in one clunker in the Bluegrass, and everybody says he's not worth a bet. He goes off at 24-1. And of all things, Wayne Lucas has 3 horses in the race. Everybody talking about the other 2, and Lucas goes to the winner's circle along with Gary Stevens, and that was the same tandem that brought winning colors home in 1988. Lucas goes for the second time, and so does Gary Stevens.
And the 7 horse, Jumron, was 4th.
So the 121st Kentucky Derby, another upset. A favorite still hasn't won since '79. A $51 winner, Thunder Gulch.
The rewards of using the American Express card keep adding up. Every time you use the card, you can earn miles. Miles that add up to free vacations, free flights, free adventures. The Membership Miles program. It's our way of saying thank you for using the American Express card. Enroll today. You've earned it. To enroll or to apply for a card, call 1-800-AX-MILES.
KFC would like to apologize to a certain member of your family. The one who's never tasted a bite of our freshly baked biscuits, who's never gotten more than a whiff of our moist and juicy chicken, who never even gets to lick the mashed potato ball. Fido, Spike, Dieter, we're sorry, guys. It's just that the rest of your family loves our meals so much, there's never any left.
Everybody needs a little KFC.
Monday, imagine having a kid who talked at 3 months or graduated college at 10. Meet some amazing kids who know everything. We mean everything. Maybe even more than you. Whiz Kids, an ABC News Turning Point special, Monday.
Wrap-up of Derby 121 on Louisville Tonight Live, tonight at 6:30 on WHAS 11. Sports coverage of the Kentucky Derby. The first leg of the Chrysler Triple Crown Challenge continues.
Here's a look at the final order of finish. Thunder Gulch, who become sort of a stepchild in Wayne's world, winds up winning the Derby. Tejano Run, a late run to finish second. Timber Country third. Jumron charging late, but too little too late. That shot again provided by the Spirit of Akron, the Goodyear blimp. And a reminder that tonight Eddie Murphy and Dana Carvey, among others, with Robin Williams, in Who Makes You Laugh at 10 o'clock, 9 Central Time. Tomorrow, Dick Clark and Suzanne Summers host an all-new edition of Will You Marry Me, followed by ABC's Farewell to Matlock in the all-new 2-hour movie tomorrow night on ABC. Let's go to Jim McKay.
All right, Al, we're here with the winners and with Tom Meeker, the president of Churchill Downs. Congratulations on the second biggest crowd of all time, 144,010, I am told, and on another wonderful derby.
We're absolutely, I mean, it couldn't have been a better day here in Kentucky. The last 2 days have been great, and great racing, and a great surprise today. It gives me great pleasure in introducing our governor, Brereton C. Jones, the governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
And look at the race again and have a special presentation.
As I swing the proverbial hash and decant the coffee and witness the results, I am dismayed by the belief that an antacid in a spoon is somehow stronger than a tablet. Au contraire.
Dose for dose, Tums Ultra neutralizes more acid than my Lancer regular strength. And while this has aluminum and magnesium,
Tums Ultra has calcium.
Something my body needs anyway. I like that.
So if you must take your antacid in a utensil, may I suggest
Ultra.
Starting at about $1 a day, you can get the best television has to offer with Prime Star. Movies, sports, and family programming, all with digital picture and sound. Best of all, Prime Star is a service, so there's no equipment to buy. And it all starts at about $1 a day. To find out more, call 1-800-PRIME-STAR.
I'm 54 years old, and I still eat Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Brave adults challenge the notion that Frosted Flakes cereal is just for kids.
I eat them, and I love them. There. What's so hard about that? This is only going to be seen late at night, right? Oops.
Dolores. Has anybody seen Dolores? Oh, never mind.
The sweet crunch of Kellogg's Frosted Flakes have the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
I love him. Don't you just love him?
Thank you for watching Kentuckiana's news channel, WHAS, the 11.
Well, we're back now with Steve Torek, the general manager of the Chrysler Plymouth Division. He's got the keys to something for Gary Stevens. Steve?
Thanks, Jim. Gary, congratulations on a terrific race. On behalf of Chrysler Corporation and Chrysler Plymouth, I'd like to present you with the keys to our newest all-new Chrysler. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Great race.
Thank you very much, and thank you to the Chrysler Corporation for the great sponsorship they put into this race, and thank you, Kentucky. He's never won a race by a big margin like he has today. He just absolutely accelerated right here and started to draw up, and the race was over. I mean, just an unbelievable feeling. There's no feeling like it.
Congratulations again. Thank you all for being with us this afternoon for one of the most spectacular and most beautiful of all Kentucky Derbies on the Pimlico.
Next Saturday on ABC's Wide World of Sports, our country's top male gymnasts compete in the Visa Gymnastics Challenge. Plus, Thoroughbred Racing senior stars take off in the Pimlico Special. Now, except on the West Coast, stay tuned for your local news at World News Saturday over most of these ABC stations. The Kentucky Derby, the first leg of the Chrysler Triple Crown Challenge, has been brought to you by Chrysler. Form follows function. United Airlines and its 55,000 employee owners. Come fly our friendly skies. Thrifty Car Rental, historically known for low rates. And Kellogg's, with good taste, nutrition, and value, the best to you each morning from Kellogg's. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, recognized around the world as the leader in sports television.
A promotional fee has been paid by Northwest Airlines.
Some people just know how to fly.
It's 100% pure fun with two ABC special presentations. Keanu Reeves, Heather Locklear, Steve Martin, and over 50 stars in an all-new hour of Before There Were Stars 3. Then, how well do you know your TV trivia? Play along with the stars when they look at TV's most memorable moments. The Ultimate TV Trivia Challenge right after Before There Were Stars, Thursday on ABC.
When you're looking for a powerful tractor, you can't get one more powerful than this. It's got an engine bigger than your house.
It's also got something in common with every new Cub Cadet tractor.
A steel drive shaft, not a belt, like other tractors.
Every Cub Cadet, every horsepower level.
Of course, no Cub Cadet has this much horsepower.
We make your yard look a lot nicer. If you want shaft drive, just look for Cub Cadet.
Congratulations, Derby 121 winner, Thunder Gulch. Live at 6, from the leader in television news, Donna Lacy, Jeff Lifson, and Beth Andrews. This is Kentuckiana's news channel, WHAS 11.
The 121st running of the Kentucky Derby is now history, and Thunder Gulch goes into the record books as the winner.
You're looking now at live pictures of Churchill Downs just minutes after the Kentucky Derby.
And thousands flood through the gates of Churchill Downs on the way home from the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. Good evening, everyone. Live from Churchill Downs, I'm Donna Lacy.
And I'm Jeff Lifson. Thank you ever so much for joining us for this special edition of our 6 o'clock newscast live from Churchill Downs.
And this has really been a glorious Derby 121, and
Absolutely.
the people really responded to this nice weather. The second largest crowd ever for the Run for the Roses. 140,000 people crammed into Churchill Downs today. I felt it as well, Jeff.
Now, about 25 minutes ago, 19 thoroughbreds actually heated up the track for the 121st running of the Kentucky Derby. Our Kerry Kinsey joins us live now trackside. Kerry, Wayne Lucas had 3. He only needed 1. His second Derby win, Gary Stevens' second Derby win. Wow, upset Saturday.
Boy, it was. You know, the last several weeks on the backstretch, D. Wayne Lucas and some of his trainers, people all around the backstretch were telling me what he was going to do. He was going to use Serena's song as a rabbit and have his boys chase that rabbit.
Derby win, he won on winning colors. Wayne Lucas gets his second win as well. Congratulations to both of them. And they'll be back at the barn pretty soon.
Looks like Thunder Gulch still has some thunder in him.
Man.
Well, really, we were all winners today with this gorgeous weather that we had today. No scattered downpours to run from like last year. You remember last year. And boy, the sights you see off the track at Derby 121. It was the mega event so many had waited for, so many had dressed for, that so many had donned their best hat for. Did we say hat? You do see all kinds on Derby Day. Tell me what it's all about.
You have no idea. I have no idea. They made it for me this morning. I wanted a Derby hat, so they gave me a Derby hat.
121 had it all. Mint juleps, of course, and those who like them. You guys really look excited. What is it about this Derby that has you smiling? Come on, Eddie.
Mint julep.
And the great weather. Ah, yes, the great weather. Mustn't forget about that. Folks who bet on a good day, let it all hang out. That's beautiful. How do you feel in that?
Wonderful. Wonderful. The weather's cooperating, so everything's great.
Derby had great weather. And you know what else there were a lot of? Cell phones. Why the phone at the down?
I just called North Carolina so my mother could make a bet.
From the mass of humanity looking up to the people with a good seat looking down, first-time visitors will tell you, in case you've forgotten, Derby is one special time.
It is so fantastic. The atmosphere is just so wonderful. Everybody's happy. Just the hat to tell you that it's just, you know, exciting altogether. I just can't get over it.
And, Jeff, one thing I noticed about the crowd here at the Derby, they are a lot nicer when the weather is a lot nicer.
They're a lot nicer when they win, too, probably.
Yeah, good point.
Swift was up in the Sky Terrace today, of course, with lots of Secret Service agents around. He wouldn't tell us who he liked in the Derby. Maybe it was Thunder Gulch. This is not Mr. Bush's first time to the Derby. In fact, he's been here a regular. He's been to several Derbies, in fact.
Well, former President Bush is not the only celebrity in town. I saw Loni Anderson today. Let's see, the author Terry McMillan, to name a few.
My heart went pitter-pat a couple of times. But there's another one in the news because of the O.J. Simpson murder case. The News Channel's Stephanie Collins followed Simpson's house guest, Cato Kalin, and on this Derby day.
Everyone waves at Cato, and Cato waves back. He's riding a wave of fame. Autographs, pictures, the time, he says, of his life.
Honestly, I'm having the best time, I think, of my life. It is a lot of fun. The people have been great. And did you see me have my first mint julep?
All this on Millionaires Row. Now, look what happens in a real crowd. Cato Kalin, this year's Derby favorite. His Derby pick? It doesn't matter. He's the pick in this crowd today. From Churchill Downs, Stephanie Collins, Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11.
Well, Cato Kalin was Anita Madden's guest, by the way, and we understand his agent made some very, very, very special arrangements for him to be here. Well, there's still more to come here on Derby Saturday on your Kentuckiana's News Channel.
How do police officers keep all those people in the crowd, well, under control?
intend to, insofar as possible, to repeal the inheritance taxes in this state. But I intend to take the tax off these private pensions.
If Larry Forgy can cut taxes by just speaking his mind, imagine what he can do as governor.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Sokoler.
And I'm Kirby Adams. This year, Derby Day won't end with the big race on WHAS 11. Why?
Why? Oh, we're going to tell you why. Because Louisville Tonight will present live from the winner's circle.
That's right. It's a 90-minute special Louisville Tonight Live, including the 9th and 10th races.
And the winning celebration at the Derby Museum, plus your chance to win Christmas tickets.
It's all on Live from the Winner's Circle on Louisville Tonight Live Saturday night at 6:30 on WHAS 11.
Uh-oh. Rumble alert! Somebody's hungry! Hey, I have an idea. How does steam grilled sound? Say cheese! Sounds like a White Castle situation! Because only White Castle's got that one-of-a-kind steam grilled taste. What do you think of that, pal? Whoa! Schmooze, creative. Bet the post office could use a guy like you. White Castle, what you crave.
Don't wait any longer. The hottest sale from America's hottest car company just got extended. The National Chrysler Plymouth Sale. Thousands of cars to clear. Special allocations. Get low 4.9% financing. The best trade-ins. Make your best deal and then get up to $1,500 cash back. So don't miss this. The National Chrysler Plymouth Sale. Only at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
The WHAS 11 Storm Team. Meteorologists Chuck Taylor, Ken Schultz, and Beth Andrews. The WHAS 11 Storm Team.
Well, a beautiful look at downtown Louisville right now. A perfect ending to a perfect day. And what better day to have a perfect day than on Derby Day? It was just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely perfect weather for the Derby. Thank goodness for all those 40,000 that were out there. I forget the exact number, but a whole lot of people enjoying a real nice day. The rain is still way to our west, and this rain that you see along here in this storm system is going to affect us, but it's probably going to hold off until tomorrow night, so it looks like we're going to be free and clear for the weekend, even for tomorrow. If you've got any after Derby activities planned, should be good weather for that. Our current temperature still looking great outside, 74 degrees with 34% humidity. Winds are calm as they have been throughout the day, and our barometric pressure is falling. Our high, 74, our current temp. Our overnight low was 46, and we haven't had any rain, of course, today at all, nor did we want it. We're looking at our map for tomorrow. This storm system does start to creep a little closer to us. Should shoot off a few more clouds. I think we'll see partly sunny skies throughout the day. We should see at least a little bit of sun peeking out, though, throughout the day, although clouds should be increasing in the afternoon. Warm temperatures, though. Temperatures actually tomorrow will be warmer than today. So we are not finished with this great spring-like, almost summer-like weather that we've been having. So looking at our forecast tonight, we have partly cloudy skies and a low of 52 degrees. And tomorrow looks pretty nice as well. We have partly sunny skies with a high of 78. And then tomorrow night, we have 61 for our low. Chance of those thunderstorms coming in tomorrow night. And looking at our extended outlook, really, Monday looks pretty much the best bet for some rain, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, chance showers. But temperatures staying in the 70s. Back to you, Jeff and Donna.
Beth, it looks wonderful. Thanks, Beth Andrews.
Coming up in sports, Thunder Gulch gets Wayne Lucas his second Derby.
Now, WHAS 11 Sports, live with Kerry Kinsey.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kerry Kinsey here live back trackside at Churchill Downs. And you know what? I remember the time. It was 5:05 p.m. on Thursday. D. Wayne Lucas told me, he said, hey, you know what? We're going to have something to say about who wins the Kentucky Derby.
Won it, beat Swan Prospect, and I said to myself, wow, what a terrific horse. Wouldn't he be a good pick for the Kentucky Derby? And didn't do it.
Oh, gosh, you could have told me about that. Oh, well, still a wonderful day here at Churchill Downs for Derby 121. Thanks for joining us. Louisville Tonight Live.
Take care. Have a great Derby day.
And
Now, News Channel 11 continues its unprecedented coverage of Derby 121 with a special Louisville Tonight live from the winner's circle. Here are your hosts, Kirby Adams and Bob Sokoler.
The big race may be over.
But the partying keeps on going here in the Winner's Circle in the Kentucky Derby Museum.
And your TV is your pass to our big show.
That's absolutely right. Welcome to the Winner's Circle, everybody. I'm Kirby Adams.
And I'm Bob Sokoler. We're here for an exciting 90 minutes with exclusive coverage of the Derby 121 Winners Party.
Of course, we're celebrating the victory of Thunder Gulch along with the owners, the jockeys, the trainers, and the celebrities. I'm Roseann Rogers on the backside. Sports Illustrated is the premier sports magazine. Find out how SI's award-winning photographer Bill Frakes and his crew capture the first Saturday in May. Plus, find out how the backside celebrates Derby 121.
Hi, I'm Jane McClue. Just a stone's throw from the track, I'll tell you about the folks who live near the downs, how they manage to pack so many cars on their lawns, and how they move them out.
All right, now one of the great parts about being inside of the Kentucky Derby Museum for the Winner's Circle Party is that we get to see how everyone who's close to Thunder Gulch is going to be celebrating the big victory.
And there are a lot of traditions here at Churchill Downs. As you probably know, one of the key is the presentation of a mint julep to the winner of the Derby, of course, Thunder Gulch's owner, Michael Tabor.
Beefy men and questionable fashion choices. Plenty of fringe. I found something I wasn't sure of.
We're just supposed to be decorations. Be pretty for everybody.
You're a decoration?
Yes, we are.
Just something nice to look at.
That's right.
And how about you, sir?
I'm with her. Then I found a woman with only one neon earring.
He has the other one so that if you guys get split up, you can find each other?
You got it.
And are you split up right now?
We are.
And are you looking for him?
No.
And then I found out that Wings actor, Thomas Church, well, he isn't a mechanic in real life.
Do you know anything mechanical?
No.
Could you change oil on a car?
No.
Nothing. Can you put air in tires?
No.
You're a great actor then.
After a while, I got tired of looking for Cato, and I started searching for something else.
Are you trying to pack to now?
I'm trying to just find a way to get some food. Excuse me. Would it be possible to get a plate of food? Have any of you eaten food?
Yeah.
How do you get food?
My hunger must have been making me delirious, because suddenly I was seeing Cato everywhere.
I've got him. I'm zeroing in, going in for the kill. This has got to be him. Excuse me, Cato.
And then Cato's security. We knew we were getting close now. Say, isn't that... Hey, excuse me.
And now finally I found him. Cato, Cato. Oh, no! He even knows my name. That makes me feel very good.
Oh,
Cato, I've been looking for you all night, man.
I was looking for you. Where you been?
No way, you weren't.
I had breadcrumbs going, where's Stefan?
You know, that talk about breadcrumbs was reminding me of how hungry I was. You know, I wonder if Cato could help me get some food.
All right, here's another Cato Kalin fun fact. Did you know he's actually sort of a product of Louisville?
I heard something about that.
His grandmother was born here.
That's right. A little later on, by the way, we will be checking in with Roseann Rogers, who was over at the Patricia Barnfield Brown party. That'll be exciting also.
All right, but coming up next, ever wonder how Sports Illustrated gets the perfect picture? Well, we're going to find...
Incredible transformations. Tuesday at 7:30 on WHAS 11.
Thank you for watching Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS 11.
Things are a bit cramped at the Louisville Zoo. That's why Liberty National Bank has made a contribution to help with expansion. We'll always be here for the people of our community. And for that matter, the animals, too.
Welcome back to Louisville Tonight Live's exclusive Winner's Circle Party coverage.
Now, we're going to be with you until 8 o'clock tonight, but we certainly aren't the only game in town.
As you probably know by now, hundreds, maybe thousands of media from all over the world have descended on Churchill Downs and Louisville.
But how do you get that perfect winning picture on film?
Well, to find out, let's toss it over to Roseann Rogers.
Thanks, Bob and Kirby. Sports Illustrated is the premier magazine for sporting enthusiasts. This year, SI sent award-winning photographer Bill Frakes to capture the glory of Derby 121. In an exclusive interview, he shared with me his secrets on how he shoots the big race. And as you're about to see, taking pictures of the Run for the Roses is more than a push of a button.
of something, and that'll be one picture.
It's not just about luck and location. It's also about experience. Bill has been developing his eye for more than 20 years, so it's no wonder he's received numerous newspaper and magazine awards for his pictures. But for photographer Bill Frakes, his true reward is getting the chance to photograph the Run for the Roses.
It's one of my favorite events to cover, if not my favorite, and I have done just about everything. The Olympics, winter, summer, Super Bowls. Oh, I love the Derby. The Derby has to be 2 or 3 of the most exciting minutes of sport.
Right now, Bill is frantically putting his cameras away because he has to overnight his film to Sports Illustrated. The magazine prints tomorrow. You can look for Bill's pictures and this week's Sports Illustrated to hit newsstands this Thursday. Back to you, Bob and Kirby.
All right.
That's how they do that.
An interesting behind-the-scenes look at how it all comes together. You know, Kirby, right now we're going to go back up to the podium because just minutes ago, Michael Tabor arrived.
And James Monroe is up there, the bugler, who has been doing this for the past 4 years. He sets everything in motion here at the Churchill Downs, and they are about to have the winning toast with that mint julep that we showed you earlier.
Just earlier, in fact. Now, the cue has to be given in just seconds now for the actual julep. Here it goes.
Here he goes.
The podium right now, among those up there, Governor Jones, along with
Tom Meeker is up
Tom
there,
Meeker and
CEO
Michael
of
Tabor.
Churchill Downs.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I can hardly talk. Can I have your attention for a moment, please? Thank you very much.
There's nothing like it. You can dream about it, talk about it, think about it, but it's got to happen to you before you really realize the magnitude of the whole event. And I'm so proud of my staff and all the people that contributed to getting all 3 of our horses over there. And I want to thank the Tabors for believing in us and letting us do exactly what we wanted to do with this little horse. And the only regret I have is that I had a breeding right to Gulch and I sold it, and I'm going to try to get it back in the morning.